And we're live, everyone. Welcome back in once again here. Appreciate you guys for stopping by here. Once again, I'm Behind the Arc Basketball. Back into the NBA. Rest of the season now. Since college is finished here. Glad to have you guys back in on the stream tonight. Huge game going on for the Celtics. Currently at 7th in the Eastern Conference. 500 even. 25-25. They're at the home court tonight here at TD Garden for this game. 15-9 in their home court. This one they severely need in a big way. Going up against Philadelphia right now, number 2, half game back behind Brooklyn in the first place in the Eastern Conference. Currently Philly with a record of 34-16. Glad to have you guys back in the stream. Once again out here. We got Lucas the Master, JB, welcome in, as well as Taco, Snake Durant Goat, back in here. Same with me, man. Just terrible feeling for Gonzaga. If you're a Gonzaga fan out there, must be having nightmares yesterday's game and going to be having them throughout your life with Jared Butler, Davion Mitchell, Mark Vital. Man, was he a force in a huge way contributed on the glass yesterday. What's good, Behind the Arc fan? Justin, welcome back in. Bills Mafia, welcome on the stream here. He was close. You were number 2. You were right behind. I think it was Jacob who got first place. He picked Baylor to win it all. Armando, welcome to the stream here. Armando's still disappointed to all the people who still thinks Curry is leaving Golden State to go to the Lakers. No, that's not going to be happening. Someone Yee, welcome to the stream here. Hey, no problem, man. Glad to have you back on here whenever you have the chance. Thanks so much for being a part here in the streams. Just being a part of streams. That's basically as much as I can ask you for, at the very least. Paul, welcome back in. BC Aquatics. I'm actually fine from last night. It was a late night last night. Just disappointing game. I thought it'd be much better than that, but we had enough energy to be on back, so that's a big key here. Lucas, welcome to the stream here. Yeah, I heard about that. Mark Few, 0-7 all time against number 1 seeds that they've taken on. Also, the Big Ten hasn't won a tournament title in 20 years. It's been since a Big Ten team won it. What's good, Jason? Welcome back in here. Yeah, Illinois let a lot of brackets down. Jimmy, welcome back in. Armando was happy about Stanford winning the title for women's ball. Yeah, that's awesome. Paul finishing 4th in the bracket challenge. That's great. Taco got 38th. I know Joey went from the bottom to the top of the bracket challenge. I remember first day he was like dead last. And then he finished in the top 10. Behind the Arc fan got 48th in the bracket challenge. Yeah, not that bad. We had so many people out there. Actually, it's quite funny because me and my friend John from Off the Wall Hockey, we finished back to back against each other in the bracket challenge. Hey, Alice, welcome to the stream here. Glad to have you back. I'm doing pretty well, man. Hope everything's going well. Yeah, I heard that today, that Iowa's going to the draft. Yeah, you get so many points because it increases throughout the rounds. So even if you start, you only get, half of the games correct in the first round, you can still make it into the top of the bracket challenge, still finish, 90th percentile if you just keep on racking up the correct teams throughout the tournament. Because it increases value throughout or so. So, Final Four and then championship game. Championship game's the most when you pick the champion. So, yeah, we're going to tip off in probably about 10 minutes from now or so. Evan Fournier, he was rolled out earlier today. Health and safety protocols. Unfortunate for him. Comes to the Celtics right at the trade deadline, and then he was out to start out first couple of games for Boston, and started getting into the swing of things, playing a couple of games for the Celtics, and he is out, unfortunate. So, Celtics going to have to turn to more players to step up their game off the bench today. In this one, Evan Fournier was picking it up as far as producing lately, and then still out, he's been out for a long time, has been Tristan Thompson. That's what led to big minutes here by Robert Williams III for Boston. So, starting five for the Celtics, Kemba Walker, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Robert Williams for this matchup. Joel Embiid, he is back. Second game for him being back in around like a month's time or so, as he was out for around 3 weeks due to injury, but he is back in this game, his second game back. What's good, Brandon? Welcome to the stream here. Hey, no problem, AO. It's glad to have you back in here whenever you have the chance. Vegas, what's good, my man? I'm predicting Boston in this one. I've got the Celtics 113 to 108. I usually never look at lines or anything or over and under before I do a prediction, and then I look at it after I make my score prediction, and every single time it's close to the over under every single time. So mine turned out to be hitting it at 221. The actual over under for this game is 222, and Philly is a 1-point favorite on the line. So Boston's the 1-point underdog tonight. It was earlier this morning. It was Philadelphia had they were 2-point favorites, and then it's gone down to 1.5, and now it's gone down to 1. So yeah, we'll tip off soon, everybody. We'll keep you guys posted throughout scores in the NBA as well. It's going to be a lot of NBA streams now since college basketball is finished off. Hey, I was predicting here. 116 to 115 buzzer beater shot by Jason Tatum will be phenomenal. They get to call a buzzer beater in this one. Chicago already playing Indiana tonight. Close first quarter. Bulls lead the Pacers at the end of 130 to 28. At the half of the hour here, Pelicans will tip off against the Hawks. And then the Lakers will tip off against Toronto as well at this time slot. I'll be covering this game tonight, Sixers, Celtics. And then later tonight, Grizzlies, Heat will tip off top of the hour, 8 o'clock Eastern. Pistons, Nuggets at the top of the hour, 9 o'clock Eastern. 2 late games, Bucks, Golden State, and Portland versus the Clippers. Hey, there you go, Vegas. Eating some Chinese food from Cumberland. That's awesome, man. What's good, Warren? Welcome back in the stream. Raven, welcome back in here. Hey, that's awesome. Someone you gonna run if the playoffs started today bracket on 2K while watching. That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's tight in this grouping for the Eastern Conference, trying to make a push for the big question marks. Who's going to be the 4th seed? As basically the 1, 2, 3 seeds. There's tiers that's developed big time in the East. Brooklyn Nets at the top of the conference. Philly right behind them at 2, and 3 is the Bucks. So those top 3 teams have just basically risen above everything else right now as far as the East. And then after that, the big question, who's going to come and get the finish in 4th place? And that's where the Celtics have the chance. Celtics on a 2-game winning streak right now, 7th in the Eastern Conference. Just unfortunately for them, just underperforming. They're 0-2 against Philly, lost both of those games back in January. On January 20th, January 22nd. And the big key in that game is that they fouled Joel Embiid so many times. He went to the free throw line. They attempted over 40 free throws, I think, in that first game at Philadelphia. And big key in this game today is that really need to stop Embiid in this matchup. Embiid's coming back second game that he has played since he had 3 weeks off due to injury. So Celtics really got to key in on this one. Limit Joel Embiid's opportunities. Because other than that, it will put the scoring into the hands of Tobias Harris or Ben Simmons, which Simmons is more what he can do defensive for his capabilities as for him. So it would put more of the weight on Harris, and then other players would have to step up off the bench for Philadelphia. Yeah, Warren taking the Celtics out in this one. Hope so, man, that they can keep it rolling here. 2-game winning streak for Boston. This game they really just desperately need. So they're 7th right now in the East. They're half a game behind Charlotte. Charlotte's at 25 and 24. They're 1 game behind Miami, who's right now 26 and 24, and also 1 game behind Atlanta as well at 26 and 24. And then Miami's playing tonight, so the Heat will take on the Grizzlies later tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern. And Chicago versus Indiana, that game's going on right now. Chicago leads early on. That game is important because both of those teams are just outside the playoff hunt. Indiana's at number 9, Chicago's at number 10. And the Bulls are trying to make a run here for the playoffs, picking up Vucevic at the trade deadline. Early prediction right now for March Madness. If everybody stays for UCLA, I think UCLA has a legitimate shot to win it. I think UCLA right now, they're my number 1 prediction for UCLA. Number 2 is Gonzaga. If they do get Chet Holmgren, I think Gonzaga is just going to restock and be up there once again. And I'm really high in Alabama. I think Alabama's going to go have Final Four potential for next season. I was looking at some of like the way too early top 25s for next year, and I was shocked to see Purdue at number 3. Thing about Purdue is that they're limited offensively. They got a terrific defense. I wouldn't place them that high in my opinion, though. Even though they retain, the reason why is because they retain their starting 5. Ohio State lost basically their whole starting 5 from last season, but they were a top 10 team throughout the season. Yeah, Baylor played an incredible game yesterday. You can see that it was just a mismatch for Gonzaga. Welcome in Dakota on the stream here. Is Baylor just full of athletes, like full grown men. Mark Vital, interesting thing right here. Mark Vital, he committed at Baylor back in 2013. So 2013, he committed to Baylor, even though he didn't play for Baylor until 2016. I was going into my senior year of high school in 2013 and into 2014. That's how long ago Mark Vital committed to Baylor. That's dedication right there. Yeah, I think Michigan is gonna be up there top 10 as well. What's good? Meet PC, welcome to stream. Yeah, Evan Fournier unfortunately not playing tonight for the Celtics, as it was announced earlier today this morning that he is out of this game due to health and safety protocols. Just an unfortunate hit. Just so unfortunate because he missed the first couple of games after being traded. And then he goes to the Celtics, struggled in the first game, finally starts to catch fire last few games or so for Fournier. And then he has to go once again into isolation. Yeah, it was like full-grown men against children on the playground in that game. Baylor to a whole new level. They were just so physical. Vital played since 2016. I think he had a year off due to injury or so. I think Hunter Dickinson's definitely going to stay at Michigan. I think the remainder of them are... Mike Smith's going to graduate. I think Wagner Livers going to go to the draft, I feel like. So many question marks about next season. Who's coming back? Alright, so we're going to tip off this one in just a moment. If you guys are new in the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Glad to have you guys on board for this one. Oh, Philadelphia going in the jerseys with a bell. The blue bell for this one. The white jerseys for Philly. Blue bell, blue numbers, blue letters. Celtics going in the black jerseys. Just like these, except they got the lime green outline for this one. So back with a lime green outline throughout their jerseys for the black uniforms, green numbers, green letters. Robert Williams III going to tip this one off with Embiid. Joel Embiid's second game back for him. Spent 3 weeks injured, recovering, and he is back as this game gets tipped off. The ball gets tapped to the bounce. Tapped to the bounce first by Philadelphia, so it's going to be Boston's basketball. What's good, Jackson? Welcome on here. He's looking for Mavs here to push to get a better seed out in the West. Mavs looking great lately, man. First possession for the Celtics is we are underway. Tatum moves over to Kemba at the top of the key. Shot fake, passes back outside to Tatum at the right wing perimeter. Tatum bounce pass over to Robert Williams. Pass over to Tatum, who tried to cut, but off his fingertips he turned it over. So rough start for the Celtics. Philadelphia will have their first possession. That was not on the mark right there by Robert Williams. Pass over to Tatum. Philadelphia first possession. Curry has it at the right wing. Curry moves it out top of the key ball into the hands to Harris now. Harris dribbles towards his left. Entry pass inside over to Embiid, guarded by Robert Williams at the left elbow. Embiid jumper over Williams, and he drills it. Good for 2. Big key in this game, whether the Celtics will be able to stop Joel Embiid. As Philadelphia, the first game when they played back in January, Philly went to the free throw line they shot over 40 attempts at the line. Smart takes the 3, top of the key, no good off the back iron. Live and die by the 3. That's been the Celtics all season long. Last time I covered them, I think it was back on Friday night, they were tossing up bricks left and right. They were just so unlucky from 3, and they had the looks too. Or no, it was last week, it was against Dallas. It was on a Wednesday night, I believe. Yeah, it was Wednesday night. Philadelphia spin move inside, and we get a quick whistle on the court. Clock will stop with 10:51 left to go. And it's going to be a Boston foul, so it's going to send Philadelphia here to the free throw line. First free throw, no good. Ben Simmons missed it. What's good, Missy? Welcome back on the stream here. Second shot coming up. Simmons, no good. Defensive rebound picked up by Robert Williams. Kelly, welcome back on the stream. Ron, welcome on the stream once again. Glad to have you guys back in. Kemba has it at the top. Moves over to Jaylen Brown. Fires a 3 straight away. And no good. Rattled it out. So Boston has 1 turnover and 2 missed shots in their first 3 possessions from the floor. Philadelphia has the ball into the hands of Simmons. Simmons moves over to Embiid. Embiid at the left elbow, defended by Robert Williams. Pass on top to Curry. Launches it over to Embiid. Gets past Robert Williams. Puts it up and no good. As we do have a late foul call on the court. It's on Robert Williams, I believe, for the Celtics. Fouled Embiid from behind. And it's going to be 2 free throws coming up by Embiid. 10:23 left to go. Embiid going to the free throw line. Already Philadelphia will have their second trip to the line in the first minute and a half or so. First shot good. That was a good look last possession by Jaylen Brown. Last game, the Celtics took 51 3-point shots. So basically all this season, it's been either live or die by the 3-point shot for Boston. And when I called them against the Mavs, they were missing a ton. And they lost that game. They had so many opportunities, too. In the last game against Charlotte, they made 21 threes. Celtics out with Smart. He turns the corner. Drives inside. We have a reach and fall picked up. It's on Philly. Clock will stop again with 10:14. A lot of quick personal fouls early in this game. Boston gets the handoff. Jaylen Brown kicks it outside to Tatum. Tatum at the right corner perimeter. Defended by Simmons. Bounce pass over to Williams. Pass deflected, and Simmons comes out with a steal. That's the second turnover off a pass in this game by Robert Williams. They move it back outside. Philadelphia fires a 3, and Danny Green connects with it. Yikes. 7-0. Just like the last time I've covered Boston. A rough start to this one. Smart moves over to Tatum. Tatum jumper right baseline. That one hit the rim short, tipped up, and defensive rebound picked up by Green. Simmons will slow it down. He kicks it out to the right corner. Curry has it, defended by Kemba. Moves it back over to Harris to the right wing perimeter. 9:30 left to go. Tobias Harris, defended by Marcus Smart. Harris moves it out to the top here to Curry. Curry passes over left wing. Entry pass, double team Embiid. Embiid has it inside, dumps it off. Simmons kicks it outside to Curry. Wide open 3, no good. Missed it off the backboard of Robert Williams. Crashes the glass, comes out with a defensive rebound. Celtics need to find their first bucket. Tatum takes it inside, swings it outside. Pass over to the right corner. Jaylen Brown jacks up a 3 and drills it. At the right corner, finally. Triple. First 3 on the board right there for JB. 9 minutes left to go. It took them 3 minutes to finally find their first bucket. Yeah, it seems like every single game that they do for the Celtics, they trail by like 20 early, and then they make like a deep run in the game in the fourth quarter and come up short. Like they'll cut the deficit and be down like 20 or 25 points. They'll cut the deficit and lose by 2. Pass deflected out of bounds as Philadelphia turns it over. It's going to be Boston ball. Kemba Moves over to Smart, back out to the top to Robert Williams. Moves over to Tatum. Tatum jacks up a three and missed it, no good. Offensive rebound, Williams keeps alive. Back outside to Kemba. Kemba yet to shoot a shot. Moves it over to Robert Williams. Passes over to Smart. Smart fired a three. It's up and he drills it. Marcus Smart with a triple, got fouled from behind as well. And one. Coming up at the free throw line. And this game could potentially be tied up at 7 if he completes the 4-point play. The pick set by Robert Williams. Danny Green picks up the fallen Smart from behind. I don't know about that call. I don't know about that. Danny Green didn't even have his hands up or anything. He had slight contact to the right side of Smart. It wasn't much. He didn't even have his hands up. Didn't even contact his elbow or shooting arm or anything right there. That's a lucky call. They're going to say it's 7-6. They rolled it a 2. So they rolled it a 2. It's not a 3. His foot was on the line for Smart. So they rolled it a 2. So it's 7-6. He made the free throw. Inside Embiid scores. That's good for 2. 8:10 left to go. Boston out of the ball. They dribble past half court. Kemba at the top of the key fires a 3 straight away. And air ball. No good, out of bounds. It's off of Philadelphia. Tobias Harris tried to track it down. Couldn't get it. He tried to come up with a rebound and lost it. So the Celtics catch a break right there as Kemba just airballs it. He had a beautiful look too, and he did not have enough power in that. Once again, the energy to this game looks low for Boston. They really got to turn it up. They need to start creating their own energy, and they need more than 12% capacity, hopefully in the future here. Boston has the ball, 8 minutes left to go. Kemba, back out to the top, dribbles towards his left, takes inside for Kemba, underneath, bounce pass to the right wing. Jaylen Brown jacks up a 3, it's up and he drills it. Jaylen Brown a triple, ties up at 9. I like to see him get 2-point shots though. Really need some 2-point shots if their threes aren't falling. That's the big key for Boston. They need to attack inside, as they've attempted 6 3-point shots and only 3 2-point shots so far. So 7:40 left to go. Philadelphia has it at the left elbow. Backing their way in there. That's Harris. Turnaround jumper mid-range, and Tobias Harris hits it. Boston has the possession. Pass half court, Kemba. Stop and pop jumper right baseline. Missed it. The follow good for the tip in by Robert Williams III. He's just been so key to this team. Whenever Brad Stevens been able to give him more minutes, he has just been so key. Philadelphia has the ball at the top of the key. They move it out into the hands of Simmons. Simmons going to drive inside on Williams. Simmons tries to put it up, and that will be a whistle here. We get a fall on the court. Clock will stop with 7:08. Okay, it's going to be a personal foul by Robert Williams. That was close. They got him on the first, they got him on the second one. That was close to a travel. Thought that was close to being up and down right there. They called the foul on Robert Williams, though. First free throw, Simmons missed it. So Robert Williams, 2 quick personal fouls. Need him. Need him for what you can do on the glass. He's already got 5 rebounds in 5 minutes. But 2 quick fouls. Yes, Celtics are 500. Just been disappointing this year. Second free throw coming up by Simmons and missed him. No good, rattled out, deflected out of bounds, and Tatum lost it. At the baseline trying to come up for the rebounds. As Luke Cornet checks into the game now in place of Robert Williams. Now looking at the last replay, yeah, that was out of bounds by Tatum. Deflected out. Philadelphia gets the inbound, 7 minutes left to go. Embiid dribbles underneath, puts it down. Massive dunk, right-handed flush over Cornet. Cornet didn't even get his hands up for that one. Non-contested for the 7'2" big. 13-11. Celtics have it at the top of the key here. Ball into the hands to Jaylen Brown. Brown kicks it out to the left wing. Nobody there. Miscommunication. Yikes. Oof. Yeah, that was my biggest stream for college. The biggest stream I've ever had on the channel was over 125,000. I had for we had over 4,500 in the chat. It was game 6 of the NBA Finals, Lakers Heat. back in October. We had over 125,000 views. Alright, so not a great start at all to this game. Once again for the Celtics here. Miscues. 3 bad passes resulting to 3 turnovers. They're lucky that they're in this game right now. Their defense able to force a couple stops, and it's more like sending Philadelphia to the free throw line, and Philadelphia is missing at the line. Philadelphia is 2 for 6 right now at the free throw line. Hey, what's good, Uncle Pizzle? Welcome back on the stream here, bud. I'm doing pretty well, man. Glad to have you back in. Yeah, that was it's been some fun games out there for sure. Hey, thanks so much, Abdul. Appreciate it, man. Quick update right now on the timeout here. So we got 6:45 left to go in the first. Chicago leads Indiana 53-43. Pelicans Hawks tied up at 23. And then, wow, Lakers crushing Toronto tonight 31-15. Hey, what's good, Steven? Welcome back on the stream, man. Yeah, Uncle Pizzle with his prediction, liking the Sixers by 15 in this one, 120-105. Celtics just not out to a great start at all in this game, once again. Robert Williams already with 2 quick personal fouls. Jaylen Brown's kept his team in the game. 6 points for Jaylen Brown, both of them 3-point shots going down. Yeah, this year is just, they haven't moved the ball well at all as a team for this season. That's just been the unfortunate part for, I think the Celtics are like around like 25th in the NBA when it comes to assists per game. They need to share the ball a whole lot more. So a lot of the stuff they do is just one-on-one ISO ball, and it just hasn't really worked out this year. Like a lot of these games, Tatum, it's either Tatum's hot or Tatum's way off, and sometimes, or for a good chunk of this season, Tatum decides to be like a hero and jack up like 10, 11 3-point shots per game or so, and he only connects on like 2 or 3 of them. Melchor, welcome to the stream here. The Master, welcome back in. We're back to action, 6:30 left to go. Philadelphia is up by 2. Boston, even though with 3 turnovers, they're still in the game right now. Philly drives down the lane inside, floats at the shot, no good. Defensive rebound picked up by the Celtics by Cornet. He puts the ball now into the hands of Kemba. Kemba will take it past half court. Boston has it, 6:15 on the clock, 15 on the shot clock. Kemba dribbles. Drives to the left elbow, moves it back outside to Cornet. The big will shoot the 3 straight away, and he knocks it down. Boom. With a triple by Luke Cornet from downtown, and Boston has the lead 14-13. Need some more of that right there. Philadelphia backing their way inside. Turnaround jumper. Simmons. One-on-one over Brown. Knocks it down for 2. Boston has the ball. They'll take it past half court. Celtics at the top of the key with Kemba. He's guarded by Thibault. Dribbles towards his right. Now he takes it inside. Dumps it off to the top to Cornet. Back outside to Kemba. Kemba moves it inside to Cornet. Passes out right corner. Grant Williams. Moves it over now. Shot fake. Smart bounce pass into traffic. And that's turned over. Thibault comes out with a steal. Yeah, the Masters Bears won the tournament there for Baylor, destroying Gonzaga last night. So just Baylor's physicality and a whole nother level last night in that game. And Boston tried to come up with a steal. It's going to be a reach-in though by Marcus Smart. Clock will stop with 5:16. If you guys are new in the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover basketball games here. I covered a lot of games throughout March Madness, by the way. Right now it's just NBA. Until college comes back in November. Cover a mix of both basketball here, but all throughout the rest of the season will be NBA games only now. Philadelphia has it, turns the corners, they'll drive inside. Harris puts it off the glass, missed it. Cornet comes out with a defensive rebound. 5 minutes left to go, Boston down by 1 in the first quarter. Kemba, shot fake, passes out right corner into the hands of Grant Williams. Grant Williams moves over to Jaylen Brown. Off his fingertips, gets it back. Jaylen Brown dribbles at the right elbow. Dribbles back around the perimeter. Brown one-on-one defended by Harris, and he lost it. Just miscues all over the place here, losing the handles of the basketball. That's turnover number 4 for the Celtics. That's just a miscue. Usually you don't see Jaylen Brown off a crossover dribble lose control of it and it goes out of bounds. 4:35 left to go. Philadelphia will have the ball back. They have it at the left baseline, backing their way inside now. Harris puts it outside to Embiid. Embiid shot fake at the free throw circle. Defended by Cornet. Bounce pass left baseline. Turnaround jumper. No good. Harris airballed it. Great contest by Jaylen Brown. Celtics have the ball again. Kemba. It dribbles at the right wing perimeter. Kemba on the ground. We have a reach and foul. It's on Curry. Clock will stop with 4:17. So Seth Curry picks up the personal foul. It's going to be a Celtics inbound coming up. What's good, Bill? Welcome to the stream here. Yeah, I think that was the best one I've ever covered for college. In my opinion, that's the best game I've ever covered before. That turned out to be like over 25,000 views on it. I think it's the highest covered college stream before. The highest one that I've covered, like in general, was the NBA game 6 of the finals last year for the Heat Lakers. That game had like over 125,000 views. It was unbelievable. Jumper, good for 2. Jaylen Brown keeping the Celtics in this one, and they have him taking a lead right there. Jaylen Brown with a jumper goes down for 2. He's got half of his team's points, 8 out of the 16. Thibault has the ball. Thibault defended by Kemba. Moves over into the hands to Embiid. Embiid defended by Cornet here at the left elbow. Embiid dribbles, lost it on the ground, gets it back. Embiid double team, floats up a shot. And Embiid gets fouled. The clock will stop with 3:41. What's good, Brian? Welcome to the stream here. Yeah, I've seen a lot of rankings having the Terps out there in the top 10. What's good, my man D Wade? Welcome back in the stream here, bud. Delaware back in the house once again. It's going to be Embiid shooting 2 at the line. Yes, I'll be covering the NBA Finals again. First free throw, got it. Yeah, last year in the playoffs, this channel just blew up big time. We had like so many new people here on the stream last year. It was incredible. Embiid, second free throw coming up. He's got 9 points. The 16 for Philadelphia. I'm actually not Irish at all. My father's side's Mexican and my mom's side is Portuguese. 3:35 left to go. It's going to be Boston ball down by 1. Celtics out with Kemba. Kemba takes the 3, top of the key, and he drills it right there straight away. Kemba for 3. Boston largest leads by 2. Philadelphia possession. Sixers have it into the hands of Embiid. Double team. Moves it back outside to left wing to Mike Scott. Scott passes over to Embiid. Double teamed again. Working on Cornet at the left baseline. Moves it outside. Scott passes out top of the key. Harris drives straight down the lane. Puts it up. No good. Great contest by Boston. Gets it back again. And it's going to lead to another foul. Grant Williams jumping up right there. And gets called for the personal foul as the clock will stop. Yeah, I've been pouring on the views last couple of college games before the tournament finished off. It was awesome. So we got 3:05 left to go. This is something that the Celtics cannot afford to do, getting themselves into foul trouble. They picked up 6 personal fouls here in the first quarter. First free throw good at the line by Embiid. And Philadelphia, number 1 team in the NBA when it comes to going to the free throw line. Already in this game, Philadelphia is 5 for 9 at the free throw line. So they're lucky that misses in this game. Ben Simmons is 0 for 4 at the line. That misses in this game's helped out Boston. Second free throw good, it tied up at 19. Despite the 4 turnovers that Boston has, it feels like Philadelphia should be out in the lead by way more than this. Celtics entry pass. Grant Williams had it poked away from behind here, and Philadelphia has the ball back. Tobias Harris comes out with a steal. Moves outside of Milton. Catching fires a 3. No good. Off back iron. He grabbed the offensive rebound around the perimeter. Embiid jacks up a 3. Missed it. Off back iron. Defensive rebound picked up by Tatum. Actually, it's Philadelphia here in the bonus. 2:35 left to go. Philly's in the bonus. Boston's picked up 6 fouls. Peyton Pritchard fires a 3 straight away. Boom. Peyton Pritchard sinks down the triple. Bench points right there for Boston. That's what they have to do since Fournier. He was a late scratch earlier today heading into this matchup due to health and safety protocols out for this game for Evan Fournier, and just got 3 bench points there by Peyton Pritchard. Embiid double teamed. They're going to move it outside of Milton. Milton takes it down the lane. Milton with the right hand scores. Lays it up and in. My prediction this year to take the finals, I've got Brooklyn to win this year. 22-21. My prediction in the Nets right now. 150 left to go. Celtics have with Tatum. Tatum at the left corner perimeter. Tatum defended by Mike Scott. Moves it out to the top. Grant Williams pass over to Tatum. Tatum jacks up the 3 over Scott. No good. Missed it. Back iron and defensive rebound picked by Philly. Sixers have it. Tobias Harris going to drive inside, and that will be an offensive foul. Marcus Smart takes the charge. It's going to be Celtics ball with 1:32. JD, welcome to the stream here. Yeah, Hornets were rolling this year, man. It's unfortunate. And Gordon Hayward's out, too. Julius, welcome to the stream here. Glad to have you back at the channel, bud. Right now, we're just in a timeout. Boston by 1. 1:32 left to go. First quarter. 22-21. Doesn't feel like the Celtics should be leading here, in my opinion. They've turned it over in the first half. 6 turnovers. 6 personal fouls. Yet, Philadelphia's missed 4 free throws, all by Ben Simmons at the free throw line. Philly's 6 for 10 at the free throw line. Embiid's a perfect 6 for 6. Simmons is 0 for 4. It's been Joel Embiid. That's it. The Celtics have double-teamed Embiid, and Embiid is 3 for 5 from the floor, 12 points, 4 rebounds so far. So Embiid is carrying. Nobody else stepped up for Philadelphia, whereas Boston has basically been rolling with Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, 8 points currently. 3 each by Marcus Smart, Kemba Walker, Luke Cornet off the bench, and Peyton Pritchard. Boston hanging in this game, making threes. 5 for 10 from the perimeter for the Celtics. 8 for 15 from the floor. Yeah, LeBron's still injured. And I just looked up, like, if there's a timetable for that. For LeBron and Anthony Davis, there's still no timetable. It's going to be probably, like, another, 3 to 4 weeks, most likely, for LeBron. That's what it said. Initial reports that came out around, March 25th. Hey, thanks so much to Master. Appreciate it, bud. Quick update right now. A couple scores going on throughout the NBA. The Atlanta Hawks are currently number 4 in the Eastern Conference. 26-24, 1 game above Boston. Pelicans leading the Hawks right now, second quarter, 40-29. And then, as for this game, between the number 9 and 10 teams in the Eastern Conference, the Pacers at the 9th slot in the East, and Chicago trying to make a push to the playoffs at number 10 right now, 62-49. Chicago up against Indiana at halftime, and Nikola Vucevic already with a double-double at half right now for Chicago. 12 points, 11 rebounds. Lakers looking good, leading Toronto at the end of the first quarter, 40-28. Grizzlies Heat just tipped off, as we'll keep you guys posted with that score. Michael, welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, I know, just sad, man. But, cannot wait for next season. We had an incredible season. It's too bad it was, shorter than usual. What's good, Bradley? Welcome back in the stream here, man. I'm so glad that college hoop season actually was able to have, like, no matter what the circumstances were, with multiple teams going on pauses at different times and tons of games getting postponed, canceled. I'm just so glad we had a season and made it through the tournament. I feel the worst though for VCU. Like, everybody played the tournament game besides VCU. It's so sad. We're back to action right now. 22-21 the score. It's going to be Philadelphia basketball. They have it with under a minute left to play. Jumper taken by Korkmaz, and Korkmaz gets fouled, and it's by Robert Williams III. He picks up his third personal foul in the first quarter. The Time Lord in huge foul trouble. Just Korkmaz leans straight into him, and he draws the contact. I've actually never covered baseball before. I might do it as like a special live stream sometime, probably for like members and mods. I used to cover football. First free throw is good at the line. Second shot good as well for Philly, by Korkmaz. 23-22, final 50 seconds left to go. Boston takes the best half court with Tatum. Tatum dribbles right wing, bounce pass over to Smart. Smart takes it down the lane, puts it up, and he gets fouled. So clock will stop with 44 seconds. Going to be 2 at the line, coming up by Marcus Smart. Hey, what's good, McKeel? Welcome back in the stream, bud. Dwight Howard checks into the game for Philadelphia. 44 seconds left to go. First free throw, that's good. Smart drills it, tied up 23. Yeah, man, same with me, Michael. Nothing beats March Madness. Totally agree there. So you have 7-game series in the NBA playoffs, but you see the teams throughout the playoffs. That's the thing. And for March Madness, the stakes are so much higher because it's one and done for the tournament. Inside for Philly as they get the bucket good for 2. We have the final 30 seconds now in the first quarter. Boston has the ball. Tatum trying to track it down and couldn't get to it. That's another Celtics miscue. I'm just shocked that Boston's in this game. Like, how poor they've played so far. 7 turnovers in the first quarter alone. 2 turnovers each by Robert Williams, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, and 1 by Grant Williams. That they're down by 1 in the first quarter. Low scoring first quarter, 25-24. So lucky. Philadelphia has this. They dribble with the left elbow. Takes inside underneath for Philly. Kicks it back out. And that's going to be Scott. He'll float up the mid-range shot. No good off the backboard. Defensive rebound picked up by Tatum here for the Celtics. Tatum half-court heave of the horn. It's up and no good. Hit the bottom left part of the backboard and we end the first quarter. 25-24 Philadelphia at the end of 1. Hey, what's good, Jose? Welcome back to the stream here, bud. Christian, welcome to the stream here, man. I was shocked how Baylor pounded them. I thought that Baylor would be the toughest test for Gonzaga, but I didn't think they would pound them and be up by like double digits throughout basically like the majority of that game yesterday. Like they were up by double digits throughout like I think like 38 minutes out of the 40 or so. It was crazy. They got out to a 9-0 lead before he can even look back. Wow, JD's fantasy team stacked right there, man. Yeah, Christian's been on the channel here. You've been on the channel for quite a bit throughout college. Appreciate it for supporting my streams throughout the college hoop season. If you're interested, Christian, let me know in the chat. If you're interested in a mod here, man, I can hit you up on one, because you've been here throughout the entire college basketball season supporting out for these streams. Yeah, Tatum definitely has to step up big time indeed. What's good, Puzzle Pro? Welcome to the stream. Tatum scoreless in the first quarter. 0 for 4 from the floor. Low percentage shots he's taking. Not the start to the game that they'd hope for. I'm just stunned that the Celtics are still in this game, that this isn't a blowout right now. They're so lucky that Philadelphia is not drilling threes. Philly is 1 for 4 from the perimeter. They don't take many threes, that's why. At the very bottom of the NBA in three-point shots. Alberto, welcome back in the stream here. Dawad, welcome in the stream. Yeah, just on a whole nother level. Just so physical for Baylor. Hey, no problem, Christian. Glad to have you in the stream here, bud. Yeah, if you're interested, man, like, feel free to stop on by, like, any stream. You can think about it and come back in a feature stream. Let me know. Because you've been here all throughout college basketball season supporting my channel, man. I'm going to take Cade Cunningham for the #1 draft pick. I think Cade Cunningham and either Suggs or Mobley. All depends on, like, the team. I think Suggs and Mobley are going to go up for the #2 spot. So Kemba Walker headed to the locker room. Robert Williams III picked up 3 personal fouls in the first quarter. He seemed to be walking okay. I don't know what was wrong with Kemba Walker, but he headed to the locker room. They're without Evan Fournier, without Tristan Thompson, and Robert Williams III with 3 personal fouls. Somehow it's a 1-point game. Joel Embiid's going to sit on the bench here to start off the second quarter. Jose's going to eat some pizza right now, later with his mom, dad, and his nephew. Awesome, man. Loves getting pizza there at Pitter Piper Pizza. That's awesome, bud. We start off the second quarter now. Philadelphia up by 1, and they missed the shot. No good off the side of the rim. Defensive rebound picked up by Boston. Peyton Pritchard with the ball. Pritchard top of the key. Jackson a 3 straight away. Boom! Knocks it down. They needed a bench to step up in a big way. And Peyton Pritchard already with 2 triples in this game. 6 points for Pritchard. 11:30 left to go. Philadelphia now with the ball. That's huge for the Celtics as Philadelphia turns it over. Pass around the perimeter, goes out of bounds. Intended for Shake Milton. Do I think Texas Tech will do better, or will they fall apart next season with a new head coach? So I think it's going to be a tough season next year for Texas Tech. 3-point shot. Pritchard that time. It hit the front rim and it went down out of bounds. Yeah, that's where a lot of the drafts, because Minnesota's last right now. I think they might once again have the #1 pick. 11 minutes left to go. Philadelphia floats up the mid-range shot, and Simmons connects. It's good for 2. Yeah, I think it's probably going to be more of a down season for Texas Tech now, without Chris Beard next year. Probably rebuild more. Drive down the lane inside, and Tatum finally on the board, lays it up and in. Good for 2. Celtics by 2, 10:40 left to go. Pass over to the cutter. Simmons, reverse hand layup, goes down. Tough shot, makes it. Tied up at 29. 10.5 left to go. Smart moves it outside of Pritchard. Pump fakes towards his left, still has the ball. Moves out to the top of the key. Smart lobs over to Tatum. Tatum at the right wing. Dribbles now, double teamed. Defended by Simmons. He bounce passes over to Smart, kicks it out left corner, deflected, and coming up with a steal is Korkmaz here for Philadelphia. Philly now with the ball, he passes on top, Dwight Howard. Moves it outside, they turn the corner with Milton. Milton, step back jumper over Wagner, missed it, deflected around the perimeter. Wagner comes out with a defensive rebound. Puts the ball into the hands of Tatum, 10 minutes left to go. Tatum takes it down the lane inside, floats up the shot, and he gets it. Count the bucket by Tatum and one. Going up at the free throw line here by Tatum. The clock will stop with 9:54. Able to draw the contact. Yeah, Robert Williams already got 3 personal fouls. Unfortunate. He's going to be spending a lot of time in this game on the bench. He was on my fantasy team too, same as Kemba. And Kemba went to the locker room towards the end of the first quarter. So Tatum shooting 1 at the line. Knocks down the free throw. Celtics by 3. If you guys are new in the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Appreciate all for being a part in the stream tonight. Pass off the cutter. Korkmaz lays it up and in for 2. On the court for the Celtics, Tatum Smart, Grant Williams, Shemi Ojale, and Peyton Pritchard. So Ojale is back in as he was injured past few weeks or so. They have it at the top of the key with Tatum. Tatum now dribbles inside. Jumper. At the left elbow, missed it, and defensive rebound picked up by Philly by Dwight Howard. Howard moves over to Milton. Milton the free throw circle. Gives over to Simmons. Kicks it back out wide. Korkmaz unleashes a 3, and he missed that one. Philadelphia cold from 3 in this game shooting. They're 1 for 5 from the perimeter. Boston with the ball, 9 minutes left to go. Celtics have it at the right elbow. Tatum swings over to Grant Williams. Open 3. He'll take it and knocks it down. GW 12 from the perimeter for the Celtics. They get a 4-point lead. Nice look. Yeah, I heard Taco played the other night. I hope to see Taco a whole lot more here. Robert Williams into some foul trouble, so it'd be good to see if Stevens can give him some minutes. Philadelphia takes it inside, attacks the lane. They lay it up and in for 2. That's awesome. Missy grabbing a couple of Time Lord's rookie cards. That's great. 8:20 left to go. Pritchard has it. Moves out to the corner to Ojale. Back outside of Pritchard. Pritchard drives down the lane. Shot fake. Puts up the shot. And that will be a turnover by Peyton Pritchard. Travels with the ball, and it's going to go back to Philadelphia. Yeah, Kemba Walker on a bench currently. Doesn't look like he's going to check into the game anytime sooner, so he's still on the bench. It's going to be Philadelphia basketball. And Embiid not in the game right now either. Dwight Howard's in his place. And it's going to be Simmons. Simmons takes it down the lane. We have a quick foul. It's on Boston again, this time picked up by Ojale. Ollie's Pizzeria. Pizza's good there, Vegas puts out. That's great, man. Gonna have to try that someday if I'm up in that area. First free throw, got it. Ben Simmons finally hits a free throw today. He started off 0 for 4 at the line. Kemba Walker does check back into the game. So he left the first quarter early on. Went to the locker room. And he is back into the game now for Kemba. It's good to see. 8 minutes left to go. 1-point lead for the Celtics. If you guys are new in the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover basketball games, play-by-play, NBA games, also college basketball as well, except college finished yesterday, so it's going to be all NBA now. Simmons hits the second free throw. We are tied up at 35. Boston has the possession. Grant Williams, top of the key. He dribbles towards his right. Bounce pass over to Jaylen Brown. Deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Boston out of bounds, and Jaylen Brown didn't even go after the basketball. I think he thought it was poked loose from behind, but it's out of bounds by Jaylen Brown first. So Philly will have the ball. A lot of miscues here for the Celtics. Like, they're so lucky they're leading this game. They got 11 turnovers in the first half. And Philadelphia cannot drop down a 3. They're 1 for 5 from the perimeter. They were playing another team that could knock down their threes. This game could get ugly fast. Philly missed the shot inside the post. No good. Hit the front rim. Defensive rebound picked up by Boston. Celtics out with Brown. Brown at the left wing. Moves it back to the top here. Grant Williams. Hands it off to Jaylen Brown. Brown at the free throw circle. Lost it. Stolen again. Back-to-back turnovers by Jaylen Brown. They'll jack up a 3 in transition. And Danny Green goes up the court and he double dribbles with it. So turnovers by both of these teams. And the clock will stop with 7:09. This uncharacteristic game that we have. 11 turnovers, and we're not even at halftime. It's just been a really just ugly game as far as execution-wise. Alright, so we take another timeout now. 7:09 left to go currently. Yeah, Chuma Okeke. I'm so glad to see that he's finally playing. He played in the tournament 2 years ago for Auburn. He was the one who suffered like a devastating ACL injury. I think it was in the Sweet 16 against UNC. And his whole team rallied behind him. Sorry to hear that, McKeel. Yeah, unfortunate for Toronto. They're without Fred VanVleet tonight. Yikes, they're getting destroyed by the Lakers. The Lakers here not even playing with LeBron or AD. 57-30. Jeez. Quick update. Games tonight look like this. Atlanta, number 4 in the Eastern Conference. Hawks leading the Pelicans 57-52. Lakers crushing Toronto 59-30. Heat up against the Grizzlies 27-26. Do I think Utah can get to the NBA Finals? I think there's a possibility that they definitely can. Yeah, my prediction is going to be the Nets-Lakers, but definitely possible for Utah to get there with how well they played all throughout the season. Yeah, JD going out for Tyrese Halliburton this year. He's had such an impressive rookie season. Yeah, the Knicks went for Obi Toppin. Should have picked up Halliburton. So right now we're just in the timeout. We'll be back to action in a couple minutes from now. Yeah, I was shocked. I thought it'd be like another coach with like coaching, like head coaching pass for college. But I do like it how they kept it in the family for the Tar Heels to keep the ball rolling with their assistant coach. So I think UNC is probably going to be in the top 25 for next season or so. I think that a lot of the Blue Bloods are going to be back for next year. So I do like the pickup there that they got. Alright, so we got 7 minutes remaining right now. 35-35 to score. We are tied up. It's going to be Philadelphia basketball. Oh, sorry to hear that, McKeel. I heard about that with Vancouver, that they have like 17 players that can't even play right now, that they've canceled the last 4 games for the Canucks. That's crazy. That jumper's good for 2 by Philadelphia. Boston has the ball at the left corner. Ojale jacks up a 3. No good. Hit the rim short. Defensive rebound picked up by Milton. Philadelphia has it. 6.5 left to go. Over to Simmons. Moves out to the right corner. Embiid jacks up a 3. Missed it off the mark. See, they've had the looks in this game to pull away from Boston. Just, it doesn't seem like the Celtics are in this game at all. Yet they've just tied it. That's good with a layup for Jaylen Brown. They've had so many miscues and so many falls. It just doesn't feel that way. That's the thing. But somehow we're tied up at 37. Big reason why is because teams have torched the Celtics with their threes. Philadelphia has only hit 1 3. Curry takes it down the lane. Blocked from behind. Out of bounds by Cornet. Nice block. Philadelphia will get the inbound. Embiid Backs his way in Cornet, double team, moves it back out to Green. Green fires a three, and he knocks it down for Philadelphia. So 5:45 left to go. Philadelphia connects in their second three-point shot of the game. They're only 2 for 8 from the perimeter. On the floor here for the Celtics, Kemba Walker, Luke Cornet, Semi Ojeleye, Romeo Langford, and Jaylen Brown. Cornet goes inside. Gotta finish that. Too high off the backboard. Defensive rebound picked by Philly. They'll jack him another three. Miss it off the back iron. Offensive rebound keeps alive. Harris swings out to the corner. Deflected out of bounds by Langford. Good to see Romeo Langford's finally playing for the Celtics. Came back a couple days ago. I'm not sure right yet, McKeel, because we're still out. Because I'm in Massachusetts. We're one of the last states that's doing the whole distribution process. We're still on 55 plus where we are in Massachusetts. A lot of the states have moved to 16 plus, but not over here just yet. Hey, that's awesome. Happy early birthday to Christian. Congrats, man. 5:15 left to go. Jumper. That is good for Philadelphia at the deep right baseline. Good for 2 by Embiid. Embiid's carrying his team right now. He's got 14. Top score for Philadelphia. Smart. Bounce pass, and it's a kicked ball violation by Philly. Celtics have it. Cornet will take a top of the key three, and he missed it. I just would like to see him go inside way more. Philadelphia has the ball. 5 minutes left to go before halftime. Entry pass now. Inside. Harris moves it back outside. Embiid. Over to the left wing. Curry back out to the top. Green wide open. Spots up. Takes the three and sinks it. Oh, this team just be stacked if Jimmy Butler's still at Philly. 4:30 left to go. Celtics have the ball. Tatum moves it over to Cornet. Back outside. Right baseline dribbles Kemba. And that'll be another reach and fall picked by Curry here. Clock will stop with 4:26. Weaveham, what's good here, bud? Welcome back in the stream. Yeah, it hasn't been a pretty game at all tonight. Welcome in Jefferson on here. It's been a lot of miscues. Really need to clean it up in the second half if they want a chance. Cornet hands it off to Tatum. Jacks up a three, and it's an air ball. No good. They got to attack the basket. They've shown no signs to attack the bucket whatsoever in this game for the Celtics. Philadelphia has the ball at the left wing. Boston is 7 for 16 from three-point range. So their three is really helping them out in this game. They've got 21 out of 37 points from three-point range. We got 4 minutes left to go before halftime. Inside for Philly. Missed it. Tough defense, but the tip-in good for 2 by Philadelphia. Second chance points right there. And this is the largest lead of the game. Brad Stevens got to take a timeout, man. Kemba Walker with the ball top of the key. Kemba dribbles. Drives inside. Has him. Moves it back out to the top. Tatum shot fake. Tatum moves over to Smart. Left corner shot fake. And he travels with it. Turnover. Again. Number 13. Yikes. Oof. It's just unfortunate. 3.5 left to go. Philadelphia will jack up another three, and you got to stop Danny Green. Danny Green getting red hot right now for the Sixers, and Brad Stevens finally elects to take a timeout. Way too late, Brad Stevens. Way too late. 50 to 37 as Philadelphia on a huge run. Not too long ago, this game was tied up. Alright, right now we're just in a timeout. If you guys are new in the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well. Really sloppy game. If the Celtics were taking on another team right now, they'd be losing 60 to 30, like 65 to 37. They're lucky that Philadelphia has only made 4 3-point shots and not like 15 right now or so. Like that, like the game against Dallas last week. It's just been a rough one. Boston with 13 turnovers. They've committed, in the first half as well, 8 personal fouls. 6 of those were in the first quarter. Just rough. You got to take it inside. It seems like every single game they turn it into a 3-point shooting contest, like more and more. And Jason Tatum's 2 for 8 from the floor. He's gotta attack the bucket some point in this game. That's how they came back against Dallas. They started attacking in the second half. If they do that the whole game and draw the opponents to commit those fouls, then they get a great chance to win this one. But no, they're not attacking whatsoever. They're taking all low percentage shots in this game. Playing one-on-one ISO ball, and everything's falling short. There's been a couple of air balls, too. Yeah, I think Brad's probably gonna. Yeah, if his seat just keeps on getting hotter, he might go back. I think it's probably gonna be more like like a higher end program, most likely. It doesn't seem like anybody wants to move on inside the organization from Brad Stevens, even though us fans have called for it or said that he really needs to pull it together, because this is huge. Like, every single game the rest of the way, it's a big factor determining where if Brad Stevens is gonna be back or not. He'll probably go back to college if he does get fired. What's good, Mike? Welcome to the stream here. Yeah, D-Wade comes back here. He leaves for 10 minutes and he sees this lead. Philadelphia getting the run. That's all from Danny Green. Danny Green just taking advantage of the perimeter and knocking down threes. And that's what the Celtics have struggled upon lately, is defending the perimeter. As we're back to action now. 50-37, make it 52. Philadelphia with a quick bucket right off the timeout. We have 3:15 left to go. Bounce pass. Smart. Inside. Gets fouled. Smart will go to line shoot 2. Do I think there would have been a lot of upsets like the tournament last year? Yes. I think last year it was like so wide open. Like, Kansas would have gone in as the #1 overall seed, but it was just so wide open because all the upsets that happened throughout the season, there was like multiple #1 teams, and like whenever a team got #1, then they get upset by another team, and then it'd be like a whole carousel of teams going up and being that #1 team and getting upset like the following week and then a couple weeks after that. So I think it would have been crazy last year as far as the upsets too. Taco finally checks into the game. Let's get that Taco hype in the chat over here. 3:13 left to go. Second free throw. Smart missed it. As Taco is in the game here, folks. On the court for Boston. Taco, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, and Kemba Walker. Joel Embiid defended by Taco with the left elbow. Jumper. Embiid. And he gets fouled. Taco picks up a quick personal foul. See, from that camera angle, he's so tall that you couldn't even see him pick up the foul. Yeah, Michigan State was getting just red hot at the end of last season. I feel so bad for Cassius Winston. So Joel Embiid's going to go to line shoot 2. We've got 3 minutes left to go before half. First free throw, no good, rattled out. Second free throw, Embiid hits it. 53-38, final 3 minutes left to go before halftime. Boston with the ball. Kemba will take it past half court. Kemba defended by Curry. At the left wing, dribbles back outside. Takes it, turns the corner. Kemba underneath. Puts up the shot. Tough one, hit the front rim, no good. Defensive rebound picked by Philadelphia by Harris. Harris dribbles past half court, defended by Kemba. Kemba tries to come up, pokes the ball loose. It's on the ground, and Kemba almost came up with a steal, and he does. Forces the turnover right there. It's on Harris as Harris pushes Kemba down to the ground, and it's going to be Boston basketball. 2:37 left to go. Great job right there to force the turnover by Kemba. Got a hand in there. Poked it loose. Tried to stay with the ball, and Harris fought for it and knocked him down. Boston gets the inbound in the backcourt. Tatum takes it past the half-court logo. 2:30 left to go before half. Tatum dribbles. Moves outside to Kemba. Kemba will take it right down the lane. Floats up the shot. No good with a teardrop. Missed it. Off the back iron. Defensive rebound picked up by Philly. Sixers have the ball going inside and floats it. Harris no good over Taco. Off of Taco and it goes out of bounds. It's going to be Philadelphia basketball again. 2:15 left to go. Taco got to corral that ball. Had a chance to get the block. That was, yeah, he might have partially got it actually. Sixers feed it over to the left corner. Back outside to Embiid. Embiid, bounce pass, and Marcus Smart comes up with a steal. Here he goes, trying to run the length of the distance down the court. Smart with a Euro step, cashes it in. Good for 2 with a layup. Down by 13. Got to get the Jets on it. Force turnovers. Do it fast. Philadelphia has it. Make stops too. And hit down good quality shots. Top of the key 3. Philadelphia misses it. Straight away with Embiid. Defensive rebounds. Picked up by Boston. 1:40 left to go. Celtics got to close out the half strong. Smart. Entry pass over to Taco. Grabs it. Taco defended by Embiid. Puts it up and over. Good for 2 by Taco as he's on the board. There we go. Entry pass from Smart over to Taco and just pure size advantage. Puts it over Embiid. They hand it off. Curry. Shot fake. Free throw circle. Back outside to Thibault. Pulls up. Takes the 3 and he drills it at the right wing. See, Celtics have struggled, especially lately when it comes up to locking up the perimeter. That's a big possession that they needed to stop and they couldn't. 1 minute left to go. Boston with the ball. Tatum moves over to Kemba back to the top. Kemba bounce pass inside to Taco. Taco passes back outside to Kemba. 55 seconds left to go. Kemba has it. Taco sets the pick. Moves it outside to Tatum. Fires a 3. Missed it too strong. Tatum's going to stop with the hero ball stuff and attack the lane. Take it inside for Tatum. Just way too many shots here from deep that he's taking and not going in. That's a 3-point shot, and once again, another miss by Embiid. Embiid's off with his 3 game today. Joel Embiid 0 for 4 from 3-point range. Celtics have the ball. 28 seconds left to go. Smart. Mid-range floater. Got it. Good for 2. Taco is in. Taco is in. He got a bucket over Embiid a minute ago. Philadelphia, final possession, most likely before halftime. 18 seconds left to go. Simmons slows it down, takes it back to half court. 2-second differential shot clock and game clock. Simmons has it at the top. Simmons leaves it out for Curry. Curry shot fake, slides to the left, takes the 3, and he's automatic. Curry drills it. 59-44, Celtics struggling to lock up the perimeter. Boston, final possession now, 3 seconds. Kemba dribbles, floats it up at the right elbow, banks it with .7. As they score right there for Kemba. Entry inbound pass here for Philadelphia. 3/4 court shot. Hit the shot clock and we go into halftime. Philadelphia by 13. Celtics with a just dismal stretch that they had there in that second quarter. Where they had just some really just poor turnovers. And just failed to lock up the perimeter where Danny Green was going off at one point, knocking out right corner triples. And we go into halftime. It's been rough for the Celtics. If you're taking on another team that will light it up from 3, you're looking to be down by 25-30 right now at halftime. So a lot of problems here in the first half. Turnovers, fouls. Big major issue though in that second quarter. That was locking up the perimeter. It's been like that for a while. And Jason Tatum playing hero ball. Gotta attack inside, bud. Jason Tatum 0 for 5 from 3-point range. -12 in the court. Has to stop with a hero ball for Jason Tatum. Play like you're a team member. Don't just think that you're the only one in the court playing 1 against 5 ball over here for Tatum. Because this was just a rough first half for him. 5 points in 18 minutes. 2 for 9 shooting. 0 for 5 from 3-point range. It's rough. If you take out Tatum out of the equation, the Celtics as a team are shooting 41% from 3. 7 for 17 from three-point range. If you take out Tatum out of the equation, Boston is shooting the ball for a stat here for you guys. 58% from three-point range without Tatum. That would be 7 for 12 from the perimeter if Tatum hadn't jacked up those shots. Jaylen Brown's 2 for 3 from the floor, tied for the leading scorer, 10 points, as well as Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart, he's only taken one three-point shot, he missed it. Kemba Walker's 1 for 2 from the perimeter, 5 points, 3 assists by Kemba tonight. And then off the bench, some good bench production they have got. Instead of nobody scoring, there's a couple players who's really helped out off the bench. Peyton Pritchard's knocked down 2 triples, Luke Cornet with a 3, and Grant Williams made a 3-point shot as well. It's his only attempted shot of the game. For Philadelphia, top scorer Joel Embiid, he's off from 3 as well. 0 for 4 from the perimeter. He's had straight line looks at it too for Joel Embiid. Just wide open, uncovered, and every single time just strong off the back iron, just like Tatum. 15 points by Embiid, 7 for 8 at the free throw line, 4 rebounds. Leading rebounder for Philly, Tobias Harris, 8 total rebounds. He's got 4 points. Danny Green, 14 points. It's been the big problem for the Celtics, locking up Danny Green. Perfect 4 for 4 from three-point range. Most of those shots going from the corner. So that's where Boston's struggles are. It's all about whether they can connect from 3, which they're 41%. Their 3 has helped them out in this game. Unlike that game against Dallas, where they were just brick city, missed 33 three-point shots a week ago. But defending the perimeter, it's a whole other story. You're taking on Philadelphia, and they've drilled 6 3-point shots in the first half for a Philadelphia team that doesn't really attempt many 3-point shots. What's good, JB? Welcome back in the stream here, man. As he's back in. Couldn't comment, going into the halftime tunnel right now. What's good, James? Welcome back in the stream here. Hopefully a much better turnaround in the second half. Yep, if Ben Simmons hits a 3, you know it's over for the Celtics. Ben Simmons struggled early at the free throw line. Simmons got 6 points, 4 assists. Only 1 rebound so far. It's just been disappointing. It's too bad to see Robert Williams III in quick foul trouble in the first quarter. He picked up 3 personal fouls early on. He's the only one in foul trouble. Everybody else playing with 1 personal foul besides the Time Lord. For Philadelphia, Danny Green's picked up 3 fouls. 2 by Tobias Harris and 2 by Curry. Quick update for the NBA tonight here. Chicago crushing the Pacers tonight, 97-79. Celtics had a chance to get Nikola Vucevic. Look what he's doing tonight. 26 points, 12 rebounds for Chicago. Chicago trying to make a push for the playoffs. They're the number 10 team in the Eastern Conference. Pacers at the number 9 seed in the East. Chicago's gonna close right in on Indiana. Both of them going to be tied for 9th in the... they're going to be tied for 9th, I believe, in the conference after tonight. It's crazy. Chicago's trying to make a push there. Chicago's 4 games behind Boston in the conference. Yeah, definitely. I thought that they should have got Vuce here, but he went to Chicago, and then Andre Drummond went to the Lakers. It's unfortunate. They have a lot of front court problems. Now it's more like locking up the perimeter because they're double teaming Embiid. So they got more size with what they got at the trade deadline. Luke Cornet, 7'2", and Mo Wagner. They got more size over what Tice was at 6'8". But still, they needed a star big. Like a really good big, and not like a number 14 scorer on another team like the Washington Wizards or the Chicago Bulls, if like those two were, like around number 10 and number 14 as for being a scorer down the list. What's good, Razor? Welcome to the stream here. Porter, welcome on the stream here, bud. Hope all is going well. Yeah, Denver back in action tonight, taking on Detroit. That game will tip off in 10 minutes. Yeah, Celtics definitely need help. I think there's going to be more points in the second half. But Boston doesn't... They don't... they don't play well here in the first half, and they decide that they only decide to play the final 12 minutes of basketball, and then they come back short. I feel like this is going to be another one of those games that Boston, they've been down by double digits now for quite a while. They were in this game in the first quarter, and then the second quarter just could not stop Danny Green. They were down, largest deficit by 15. This is probably going to be one of those games where typical Celtics, once again, struggling down by double digits, entering the fourth, they come back, they put it to like a 2-point game and come up short. It's unfortunate. Like, they gotta sustain it throughout the game, gotta play the full 48. Cannot just play only 12 minutes of basketball and think it's gonna be enough, because it's not. That's the thing. I've seen it so many times with this team. It's just so disappointing. They just don't sustain that energy. They only play well in the fourth. Yeah, Tatum he's got to stop with a hero ball. Some of the games he's hot. Some of the games this year, like a good amount of them actually, it's just he's inconsistent. He thinks he can just jack up threes. And it all starts with Brad Stevens, I feel like. It all starts with the coach holding these players accountable, telling them that it's unacceptable. Take it inside. You're 0 for 5 from three-point range, 2 for 9 from the floor. In the first half, a lot of shots you've taken are either deep twos or threes. Low percentage shots that you've taken, take it to the basket. Drive down the lane and get something underneath the basket that will increase your percentage and increase your make. And that's what Jaylen Brown does. Jaylen Brown's the one that sets the tone for this team. When his three-point shot isn't working, Jaylen Brown's the one that will make an effort to go inside and set the tone for the Celtics. And that shows once again tonight here. Jaylen Brown, he hit 2 threes from the corner. He's 4 for 5 from the floor. 10 points for Jaylen Brown. Tied for the top scorer with Marcus Smart. Where Smart's attacked inside as well. He's gone to the free throw line 3 times. Marcus Smart's 4 for 5 tonight at the free throw line. 3 for 5 from the floor. Smart's only attempted 1 3-point shot. So Smart's understood his role. And he's instead attacked inside along with Brown. Those two have at least gave the Celtics some sort of life hanging in this game. Because we still have 24 minutes left to go. If you guys are new in the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, cover basketball action, play-by-play, NBA games now throughout the season, cover an entire college basketball season. It was an awesome one, incredible games, and what a tournament we had. Rest of the way is going to be NBA now. Yeah, good to see Brad finally giving Taco some minutes. My man Taco for MVP. Taco with a huge bucket. Just Smart led him into an entry pass inside, and Taco just banked it off the backboard for 2 over Embiid. So right now we're just at halftime here, folks. Glad to have you guys back in the stream, being a part here on the channel tonight. And this one, quick update, NBA scores going down right now. Memphis leads the Heat 51-46. As Miami is ahead of the Celtics by a game, 26-24 for the Heat. Memphis leading by 5 in the late second. Lakers crushing Toronto tonight, 68-42. Hawks leading the Pelicans 73-67. Atlanta currently in number 4 in the Eastern Conference, one game above the Celtics, 26-24, tied for Miami for number 4. And Chicago crushing the Pacers tonight, 102-86. Bruin, welcome back in the stream here, bud. I hope we have a much better second half. Seemed like the Celtics always struggle in the first half, and they just don't come to play until the fourth quarter, basically. It's unfortunate. Got to sustain it throughout the game. Robert Williams going to get more minutes, though, in the second half. Whoa, there's a huge brawl in the Lakers-Toronto game. OG Anunoby and Montrezl Harrell both got ejected going at it against each other. Wow. So, obviously, emotions flaring in that one as the Lakers just crushing Toronto 68-42 at halftime. OG and Montrezl Harrell getting thrown out. And it was in the first half. Yeah, I always love a good brawl right there. Obviously, a big second half for Boston, though. They got to play a perfect second half to come back in this game. And that starts with limiting the turnovers. That's the big key, because 14 total turnovers, 5 of those by Marcus Smart in the first half. A lot of things they got to do. Limiting the turnovers, much better shot selection, going to the free throw line a whole lot more, 5 for 6 to the free throw line. I heard about that. Wow, that's awesome, man. IT back with the Pelicans. Let's see. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be covering like different types of teams or so. To get like different types of teams into action. I actually don't get the TV station where the Celtics are playing on tomorrow. Tomorrow night's game is going to be the Pelicans against the Nets for tomorrow. So that'll be tomorrow night's stream. Pelicans with Isaiah Thomas. Good to see, man. 8 points with him off the bench, and he's knocked down 2 3-point shots. Yeah, this is a perfect example. Drawing fouls going to the free throw line. The Pelicans are 17 for 22 at the free throw line in their game. So they drawing fouls that Atlanta's picking up. Hawks lead the game, though, 76-69. I'm going to cover Pelicans Nets tomorrow because I don't get the station for that. I wish, man. I only get the ones that's like national TV for it to be covered for Celtics games. Brady, welcome to the stream. Who do I think will make the finals? I've got the same thing. I've got the Nets taking the finals this year. Alright, third quarter is going to begin in just a moment. If you guys are new in the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action here on the channel. Appreciate everybody for being a part here on the stream. NBA games along with college hoops as well. Big second half for the Celtics. Really going to start adjusting hit much better shots, or more like attempt much better shots, attack the basket, make Philadelphia commit fouls inside, go to the free throw line, and stop turning over the basketball. So we're back to action. I wouldn't be shocked if the Knicks win that tomorrow, because Boston's been struggling on back-to-backs. You know what? I'm going to take the Knicks tomorrow in that game, because the Celtics, they just always struggle this season on back-to-backs, and Kemba usually doesn't play. Boston has the ball as they get the rebound. Top of the key, Kemba floats one up mid-range, and before that, a foul. So Philadelphia reaches in, clock will stop with 11:27. And Evan Fournier's, he's out today due to health and safety protocols. He's probably going to be out tomorrow again. Tatum was that back outside of Smart. Smart jacks up the three, no good. Missed it, hit the bottom right part of the backboard. Not a great shot right there. Rebound over to Philly. Embiid moves it back over outside to Harris. Harris at the left wing, defended by Kemba. Moves out free throw circle, kicks it out to the right corner. They will turn the corner, dribble, mid-range shot, and got it. Rolled in, good for two by Curry. Philadelphia by 15. Boston now with the ball. Kemba dribbles, dump off underneath over to Williams, and Williams puts it up. And that will be a turnover. Double dribble by Robert Williams. Good lead pass to Kemba. Got to finish that one off, Time Lord, though. $10:50 left to go. 15 turnovers for Boston. Just so sad to see him play like this. Uncharacteristic, just too many turnovers. You'd think at this rate the Baylor Bears would take him down. From what Baylor did, forcing Gonzaga into multiple turnovers yesterday. They move it back into the hands of Embiid. Embiid at the right elbow jumper over Robert Williams, and he knocks it down for two. Oof. Up by 17, largest lead Philadelphia. Celtics have it. They bounce pass into traffic, and that's another turnover. Philadelphia comes up with a steal. Philly has it, top of the key, three, Curry. Jacks it up, no good. Hit the front rim, defensive rebound, picked up by Robert Williams. Celtics have the ball again. Kemba takes it, bursts of speed down the lane, dumps it off, deflected, and Harris comes up with a steal. 10 minutes left to go. Back-to-back-to-back turnovers. Come on. Philadelphia now with the ball. They move back outside. It's just so disappointing to see. Outside to Embiid. Embiid defended here by Robert Williams. Double team. Pass over to Curry. Swings it out to the right wing, to the right corner. Green takes the three. Fires. Missed it. Off the back iron. That's his first missed three-point shot of the game. He's 4 for 5 from three. Celtics have it. Tatum just going to keep on jacking up threes. It's an air ball, but he gets fouled from behind. Lucky call there, Tatum. Got to take it inside. 63-46 with 9:36 left to go. This is just sad. So many miscues. Ben Simmons picks up the personal foul. It's going to be, I believe, 3 shots coming up at the line here by Tatum. Tatum here at the line, he's only got 5 points. First one's good. Yep, that's the sad part about it, Vegas. Is that Baylor's got full-grown men, so they can make that a matchup with them forcing turnovers. But obviously it's a total differential in size. They just need to get much better looks right now. 63-48. It's only 2. His foot was on the line, so they only gave him a 2-point shot at the free throw line. Philadelphia has the ball, up by 15 for the Sixers. Kyrie moves it back top of the key here to Embiid. Embiid jumper free throw circle over Robert Williams, and that's going to be the Time Lord's 4th. Robert Williams picks up his 4th personal foul. And it's on a jumper to free throw circle, and Embiid will go to the line, shoot 2. Clock will stop with 9:21. You got the whole team with you, and Jason Tatum tonight doesn't understand that. Got to play as a team. Celtics only got 8 assists. They're at the very bottom of the NBA when it comes to assists per game. It's so sad. First free throw is good. Like, these guys in the court feel defeated right now. Like, they don't look like they have any energy. The only energy we see is the taco hype out in the chat here. Let's get that taco hype in the chat once again here, guys. As Taco is checked back in the game, hopefully able to give the Celtics some new signs of life. 9:20 left to go. Both of the free throws good at the line by Embiid. Kemba has it now. He dribbles, jumper, free throw circle, takes it, and he makes it good for 2. Got to continue that and get stops. 65-50, 9 minutes left to go. Yep, Armando comes back, and this is a score right now. They pass over to the left elbow. It's just so sad. 17 turnovers by the Celtics, and we still got 9 minutes left to go in the third. Top of the key 3, Embiid. And it goes in for the triple as he makes it. Left them completely wide open. That's Embiid's first 3 of the game on his 5th attempt. Sixers by 18. Tatum moves it back outside of Smart. Catch and fire. 3 at the left wing. Knocks it down for the triple. Gonna have to make stops, though. Defend the perimeter. Philadelphia has it. Back out to the top to Embiid. Moves it over to Green. Dumps it off inside to Harris. Harris at the left elbow. Backs his way on Jaylen Brown. Harris backs his way inside. Pro hop. Dumps it off right corner to Green. Moves over to Simmons. Simmons underneath. Backs his way on Smart. 8:15 left to go. Simmons has it underneath, floats one up, hit the bottom part of the backboard, deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. The Celtics force a turnover right there off the fingertips of Simmons out of bounds, and Boston will have the ball. Now you got to get a bucket on this possession here, Boston. Every single possession counts, and this is where it starts. Celtics have it, 8:05 left to go. They move it over to Smart. Smart at the top of the key, defended by Green. Taco sets the pick. Smart dribbles. Takes it now. Jumper. Free throw circle. And no good. He missed it. Defensive rebound picked by Philly. He had a good look at it, too. Simmons has it. And he stripped of the basketball. Taco comes up with a steal. As it was Tatum who stripped it, and Taco completes the steal. Back outside to Tatum. Gonna jack about right corner 3, and he knocks it down. Wow. Oh, man. I was so mad when you shot that, when that ball left your hand, Tatum, but so glad you knocked it down. Finally hit something, 68-56. Oh, man, if Jason Tatum, if he had missed that, bud, I would have given you a nice scream on the stream. Just made his first triple of the game. That's a crucial one, 68-56. Timeout taken on the floors. We got 7:41 left to go. Finally, Tatum nails down a 3. Tatum now in double figures with 10 points. Top scorer, Marcus Smart, 13 points. 10 points by Jaylen Brown, 10 by Tatum. Brown and Tatum need to take over. Embiid leads the way, 22 points. Hit his first 3-point shot here in the second half. 1 for 5 from 3 for Embiid. 9 for 10 at the free throw line. Celtics with 17 turnovers. It's the bane of the game. Lose the game when you're sloppy with the ball. And that's been the problem all game long here. If they can somehow come back from this with the turnover deficit that they're in, man, that would be crazy. Because, in my opinion, the Celtics do not deserve to win this game at all. How they play this game. With 17 turnovers that they've had. And Tatum's 1 for 6 shooting from the floor. If you take out Tatum out of the equation, the Celtics in this game are shooting the ball 8 for 14 from 3. That's 57% without Tatum on the court. If you don't factor in his 3-point shots, that's 57%. Tatum brings it down to 42% from 3. 9 for 20 as a team. So hopefully this 3 is a start of something for Tatum for the remainder of the game. But they got to show signs of life attacking inside. They've yet to do that. Put Philadelphia in the foul trouble and allow them to commit fouls. Boston's only gone to the free throw line 4 times for their 7 for 8 at the free throw line. They haven't gone much underneath the basket at all. Quick update right now since we're on the timeout here, guys. Chicago looking to make a push for the playoffs. Should have got Nikola Vucevic for the Celtics in the trade deadline. Nope, couldn't do that. Bulls crushing the Pacers 113-97. Guess what? Vucevic, 32 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists for the Bulls tonight, making a push for the playoffs. Atlanta looking good up against the Pelicans, 99-83. Isaiah Thomas looking good off the bench as well. Lakers crushing Toronto, 75-52. Grizzlies up against the Heat, 63-57. Tomorrow's stream is going to be Pelicans against Nets tomorrow. I won't be able to cover Celtics Knicks. I wish so. I don't have the channel though. That game's not a national, unfortunately. So tomorrow's stream is going to be Pelicans against Nets for tomorrow. We got 7:42 remaining. 68-46 to score. It's going to be Philadelphia basketball, 7.5 left to go. Philly hands it off. Around the perimeter. Kyrie moves over to Embiid. Embiid has it, the left double jumper over Taco. Embiid missed it. Nice contest by Taco, and Kemba comes out with a defensive rebound. Celtics can pull win in 10 here with a 2-point bucket. If they take a 3, they pull win in 9. Kemba dribbles. At the free throw circle, bounce pass outside. Ball into the hands of Smart, moves over to Tatum. Tatum at the top of the key, 10 on the shot clock, 7:10 left to go. Tatum now finally attacks down the lane. See what you can do right there, man. Definitely that's where you got to go. Tatum with a layup, finally. I said that in the last time out, been saying that throughout the entire game. Tatum, you got to attack down the lane and just did it. 10-point game. Simmons does it right back to the Celtics. Turns the corner on Brown and lays it up and in with the right hands. That 10-point deficit was short-lived. Back to 12. Boston has the ball. 6:45 left to go. Celtics at the top. Taco moves over to Smart. On the court here for the Celtics. Smart, Taco, Tatum, Brown, and Kemba Walker. Jumper no good off the mark for Boston. Rebound taken by Philly here. 6.5 left to go. Sixers have the ball. Entry pass left elbow. Ball into the hands to Harris. Backs his way on Jaylen Brown. Harris dribbles underneath. As he'll put up one, and he gets it. Count the bucket. Good for 2 and a foul. Jaylen Brown, a fall from the side. As it's going to send Tobias Harris shooting 1 at the line. Louie, what's good here, bud? Welcome back in the stream, man. Tobias Harris shooting 1 at the line. That free throw is good. Celtics really got to get some stops now. Boston has the ball with Tatum, and it starts off by attacking inside. Tatum dribbles towards the left wing perimeter. Tatum hands it off to Brown. Brown dribbles, top of the free throw circle, takes it inside, dumps it off to the corner, deflected out of bounds by Philadelphia. Shot clock down to 8, clock will stop with 6:07. Boston will get the inbound. It was out by Philly. Tatum will be the inbound passer around the right wing perimeter. He moves into the hands to Kemba. Kemba defended by Kyrie. 6 in the shot clock. 6 minutes left to go. Jacks up the 3. Top of the key. Hit the front rim. No good. And defensive rebound picked up by Philly by Danny Green. Simmons has the ball. Drives inside on Tatum. Dumps it off to the corner. And that will be another foul. It's a late whistle. It's on the Celtics. As Simmons was attacking the lane going down inside. Yeah, unfortunately, in this game for Tatum. Should have put the Paul Pierce jersey behind me. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about going to Paul Pierce jersey today, but knowing what happened a couple days ago. I think he'll probably be better off whatever offer he gets. He's probably thinking. I think he had something in his mind. First free throw good by Simmons. Second shot got it. Philadelphia by 17. Disappointing to know that this was a 10-point game a couple of minutes ago. Boston has the ball. 5:45 left to go. Tatum dribbles towards the right wing. Tatum takes it down the lane inside. Tatum puts it up and no good. Didn't even hit the rim as Philadelphia comes out with the basketball. Simmons has it, defended by Brown. Simmons moves it outside to Embiid. Embiid defended by Taco, moves it back over to Simmons here, left baseline. Simmons looking to pass it. He turns the corner. Shot fake, bounce pass underneath. Embiid puts one up off the backside of the backboard. He gets fouled. And it's going to send Embiid to the line shooting 2. Yeah, this is rough here, Pat. NCAA tournament MVP is Jared Butler for Baylor. So he was named most outstanding most outstanding player of the tournament. First free throw, got it for Embiid. Second free throw, got it, and now it's a 19-point game. 5:10 left to go. Boston with the ball. Smart shot fake. Smart could have taken it inside. Dumps over to Tatum. Fires a corner three, and no good. Missed it. Tatum missed the three. Had a great look. Couldn't connect. Defensive rebound picked by Philly. 5 minutes left to go. Philly floats it up, and another two as they score. This is out of control. Brad Stevens takes the timeout as Philadelphia on an 11-0 run. It's 79-58. It's just sad. It was a 10-point game a couple minutes ago. Just evaporated right between our eyes. Good question right there. He improved. He's like a lottery pick right now for Juzing since he boosted up his draft stock a ton. He wasn't even on like the draft boards going into the tournament. I think he's probably going to stay for another year, if I had predicted. Yes, Stanford beat Arizona by 1 in the women's tournament. So the Final Four all-tournament team was Jared Butler from Baylor. He got the Most Outstanding Player award. Johnny Juzang from UCLA. Davion Mitchell for Baylor. Jalen Suggs from Gonzaga. Drew Timme from Gonzaga. So those 5 players right there got the Final Four all-tournament team. They announced some of the tournament teams or so, like Midwest Regional all-tournament team. Dejon Jarreau from Houston, same as Quentin Grimes, Cameron Krutwig, Loyola Chicago, Marcus Sasser from Houston, Ethan Thompson, Oregon State. That was the bottom right part region. South Regional all-tournament team, Davion Mitchell from Baylor, Max Asmus from Oral Roberts. This was the top right corner of the bracket. Jalen Tate from Arkansas, Jared Butler from Baylor, Maceo Teague from Baylor. And then East Regional all-tournament team, that's the bottom left corner of the bracket. Johnny Juzang, Shawnee Brown from Michigan, Tiger Campbell from UCLA, Jaime Hawkins from UCLA, and Hunter Dickinson from Michigan. And then the West Regional All-Tournament team, the top left corner of the bracket where Gonzaga sits, that's with these 3 players for Gonzaga, Drew Timme, Corey Kispert, Jalen Suggs, and then Evan Mobley and Isaiah Mobley, both from USC, got the West Regional All-Tournament team as well. Yo, what's good? Radio Vazdo Immigrante. What's good on the stream right now? Not looking good. Not looking too well for us, man. Nice account you got there, man. Yeah, Johnny Juzang, I think he's going to be the next. I think if he does stay for UCLA, my early prediction, he's going to win National Player of the Year. So, I think he's going to be on the radar. Hunter Dickinson from Michigan, he's probably going to be back, so he's going to be up there as well for National Player of the Year. And then, got to factor in all the other players coming back too. It's going to have to be a big key. I don't know if Marcus Zagorowski comes back, decides to utilize another season from Creighton, he could definitely be up in the running there too. Hey, welcome in here, Mikey. Yeah, I figured it was you. Hey, awesome there, D-Wade. Yeah, hopefully it's able to come in for you this week, bud. Yeah, this is a big blowout. Celtics got to get it going. We're back to timeout. Tatum. After the timeout, Tatum jacks up a corner 3. He drills it at the left corner. 79-61. Tatum, all he's done today is basically taking a bunch of 3-point shots. Tatum with 15 points. It's only his second triple of the game, though. Philadelphia has the ball green. At the top, 4:10 left to go. Moves it over to Embiid, 5 in the shot clock. Embiid at the left elbow, defended by Taco. Jumper over Taco, and Embiid drills it. Yo, welcome in here. I don't know anymore. Welcome back in the stream. Yeah, you traded me Kemba. I get Kemba. He hasn't done that much today. Still got a lot of games remaining, though. Romeo Langford moves it over into the hands here of Smart. Smart passes outside of Kemba. There's Kemba. He spots up, takes the three, and Kemba, on cue for me, knocks it down with a triple. Still down by a bunch of points, though, 81-64. Yes, I remember that. That was when I used to grow up during my childhood. Used to go to Toys R Us a ton. 3:30 left to go. Yeah, this is a rough one. Embiid's double team lost it. Taco comes up with a steal at the corner perimeter. Tatum has him, moves the pass half court into the hands of Smart. Smart moves it outside to Kemba. Kemba at the left wing perimeter, defended by Mike Scott. Kemba goes up, and a foul picked up by Scott. The clock will stop with 3:16. How good will Virginia Tech be? I think they're going to be close to the top 10 this year, man. I think, like, basically everybody's going to be returning. Did you... Taco on the stream, did you take a look at Andy Katz's Power 36 yet? Let me know your thoughts about it. Take a look at his Power 36 to the recent one updated today, and then take a look at the ESPN rankings. I think they have Virginia Tech around 10. It's kind of where I have them right now because everybody's returning. And Andy Katz doesn't even list Virginia Tech in there. He forgot all about the Hokies, returning everyone. Jumper, so shot clock winds down. That's an air ball by Tatum. Philadelphia will have the ball back. 3 minutes left to go. A rough outing tonight in this game for the Celtics. Miscues all over the place. Turnovers. 18 turnovers. Philadelphia now with the ball. They put up the shot, missed it off the mark, and Kemba comes up with a steal. Here they go, run the floor, bounce past to Langford with a reverse hand layup, goes down. Langford scores for 2. Gotta put together stops, though. That's a big key right there. Off the rebound, Philadelphia lost it, and Boston pickpocketed and took it a distance. 2:44 left to go, so we'll take a timeout. Yeah, this is gonna most likely look like another typical Celtics game where they only play for the final 12 minutes, and they come from double digits to put into single digits most likely, and then they lose the game. If I had to take a guess, this will be one of those games once again tonight, if that happens. It's just unfortunate. If you guys are new in the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, cover basketball games here in the stream. College basketball season's over, so it's just NBA games throughout the rest of the season. Yeah, these games are difficult. Just really difficult season. When you got the opportunity, turn the corner, go up above 500. Hasn't been able to go that way. It's too bad. Just so unfortunate. 2:44 left to go. It's just so sad to see that everybody else is open right now. And now all the financial losses that they have at the TD Garden. It's just so sad. 12% capacity isn't going to cut it. Should have been done a long time ago. You look at all the other places, and everybody else is having fun. And it's just so sad because I'm a resident of Massachusetts, and we're not even close to getting back here. Just so sad. 2:30 left to go. We're back to action. Be nice to see if this whole arena will be lit right now with fans. That's a 3, and Philadelphia knocks it down at the right wing by Korkmaz. 84-66. 2:20 left to go. Celtics have the ball. Kemba dribbles past half court. Kemba at the left wing. Moves it back outside to Tatum. Tatum takes it down the lane. Kicks it outside right corner. Catching fire. Romeo Langford missed it. Off the mark. Defensive rebound picked up by Philadelphia. Shake Milton back out to the top to Korkmaz. Korkmaz looks to move it over back outside to Milton. Milton has it here. He's going to take it straight down the lane off the dribble. Stop and pop jumper off the back iron. Missed it. And rebound picked up by Robert Williams. Hands it off to Kemba here. So he'll dribble past half court. Burst of speed. Kemba going coast to coast with a denial from behind. They're going to count, though. Is it a goaltend? They will. They'll count a goaltend by Dwight Howard. So Kemba gets awarded the 2 buckets. Yeah. Totally agree, D-Wade. Like, there's been so many times that you would think that this team would turn the corner. That they've looked the part. And then they go back to just losing games and playing sloppy basketball and going below 500. They'll go below 500, and then they'll get back to 500, and they just can't jump over the hump. 1:31 left to go. Philadelphia's pass gets deflected by Boston out of bounds. It's going to be Philly basketball again. Philly gets the inbound. Korkmaz fires a 3. Too strong. Tipped up. Defensive rebound. Jaylen Brown comes up with a board. Celtics have the ball. He'll take a 3. Top of the key. Not even with a pass. Hit the rim short. Lucky that Pritchard grabbed the offensive rebound. Back out to the top. Williams moves it over left baseline. Over to Langford. Floats up the mid-range shot. And it's blocked. Philadelphia comes out with a swat. 1:05 left to go. Sixers have the ball back. They will turn the corner inside. Milton bounce past the traffic. Langford comes out with a steal. They've been able to force Philadelphia to turn over the basketball. They pass out left corner perimeter. Langford dribbles left baseline over to Robert Williams. Jumper as he knocks it down good for 2 at the left elbow. 84-70. See if they can cut this to 10 before the end of 3. That'll be promising because they usually only show up in the fourth quarter, play 12 minutes of basketball. That's it for a good amount of these games when they're trailing. As Pritchard picks up the reach-in on Korkmaz. And Philadelphia in the bonus. First shot, no good. Korkmaz missed it. Yeah, it's just really sad up here. Like, a lot of the stuff's still closed. A lot of the businesses having a lot of trouble getting open. And here at the TD Garden, 12% capacity with the rest of the NBA. It's like, you got so many fans out in the stands for it. It's over, like, 40-50% for most arenas right now. I went up to New Hampshire throughout the summer, and they had at the racetrack 19,000 fans, and they had another racetrack that was basically like full out. That they had every single week. They had like over it's like a smaller racetrack, like over 2,500 at it, like every single Friday night. 12 minutes left to go, but over here no. In Mass that wouldn't cut it, I guess. Philadelphia has it at the right elbow. They'll take a 3 by Dwight Howard. He missed it. Defensive rebound. Langford couldn't get a shot off in time. And we end the third quarter in this one, 85-70. Yeah, it's just so sad to see when the camera pans on like the fans in the stands, and then you see like a group of like 4 people sitting next to each other, and then it's like empty seats all over the place. When I've been covering games throughout the season of multiple teams, and the stands have been packed elsewhere. Yeah, it's got to the point in this game that Dwight Howard just attempted a 3-point shot. 85-70. We'll see if the Celtics finally do start to decide to show up here in the fourth quarter. Yeah, this has been a sad game behind the arc, fan. It's unfortunate. And they've struggled on back-to-back games too. So Celtics are back in action tomorrow against the Knicks, where they lost against the Knicks back in early January by 30. On a Sunday afternoon. And this game just with low energy altogether. Yep, home fans make a difference. You can see there's no energy on the court. Yeah, if Boston had moved up to New Hampshire, they'd be happy. Welcome the fans into the stands up there. But a lot of the places over here, most of the states are closed. Still with a lot of stuff. Tough getting back to normal. Out here in Mass where I am, I'm not too far away from Rhode Island where I am. Rhode Island's kind of like the same thing. Fans definitely make a difference. Yeah, it's just a poor start. Actually, they kept it close in the first quarter, though. They were down by 1 in the first quarter, 25-24. Like, there were times in the first quarter where I was like, how in the world are they leading this game? They already have 7 turnovers in the first quarter, and they found themselves up. It was like 22-20. But they've never led a single quarter tonight. They trailed at the end of one, 25-24. It's the second quarter that hurt them. That they lost the second quarter by 12, 34-22. Oh wow, that's awesome. So right near the Basketball Hall of Fame for Missy out there in Springfield. I'm around like 2 hours away. I'm towards like Providence, more so, out in southeastern Mass. I love going out to Western Mass though. During the fall, it's so nice out there. Especially when you head towards the west, out towards the Berkshires. Just so nice in that area. Tyler Hero, 13 points in 18 minutes. That's being efficient right there. So we're back into it, 85-70. Fourth quarter has begun. Celtics will have the ball first. Grant Williams moves it over into the hands of Jaylen Brown on the court for the Celtics. Kemba, Jaylen Brown, Grant Williams, Robert Williams, and Romeo Langford. Grant Williams puts up the shot, missed it off the back iron. Defensive rebounds picked up by Philadelphia by Dwight Howard. On the court for the Sixers now, Shake Milton, Matisse Thybulle, Furkan Korkmaz, Tobias Harris, and also Dwight Howard. At the left wing perimeter, they move it over into the hands of Harris. 11:20 left to go, 5 in the shot clock. Harris backs his way inside on Brown. Harris, jumper, turn around, missed it, no good. Defensive rebound picked up by Robert Williams. 11 minutes left to go. Kemba takes the 3 straight away. Missed it. Off the mark. No good. Philadelphia comes out with a defensive board. 1 minute through the fourth quarter. Nobody scores. Still stuck at 85-70. Philly has it with Korkmaz. Korkmaz dribbles inside, and that will be an offensive foul. Grant Williams with a hard flop right there on the ground. Dwight Howard sets up the screen and gets called for the offensive foul. Hey, that's awesome. D. Wade went out to Cooperstown. I went there a couple of years ago, out to Cooperstown to go to the Baseball Hall of Fame. It's so nice out there. $10:40 left to go. Boston has it. Langford moves it out to the top to Jaylen Brown. Brown defended by Harris. Dribbles towards his left. Brown moves it outside to Langford. Langford got a grab it. He does. That would have been another turnover if he lost it. Langford dribbles. Shovels it out. Left corner 3 in the air. Grant Williams missed it. Hit the front rim. Defensive rebound picked by Philadelphia. 10.5 left to go. Philly has it here with Harris. And we get a quick whistle and a foul. Clock will stop with 10:25. It's on Boston, on Grant Williams. It's underneath as he was defending Dwight Howard. Hey, that's awesome, Missy. Missy goes out to, I think the beach name is Musquamaket out in Westerly. I've never been there. Rhode Island's got just terrific beaches. I've been down to Scarborough and Narragansett. I went this past weekend with my girlfriend. We went out to, because I don't live too far from Rhode Island, we went out to Colt State Park in Bristol, in Rhode Island. A missed 3-point shot by Philadelphia. They get the offensive rebound and they get fouled. So Dwight Howard going to head to the line, shoot 2. Nobody has scored in this fourth quarter. So we have 10:06 left to go in the fourth. So almost through the first 2 minutes and nobody has scored in the fourth. First shot, Dwight Howard gets the first point of the fourth quarter. Second free throw got it. Ten minutes left to play. Kemba has the ball. Dribble pass half court. Kemba gives over to Jaylen Brown. Moves over to Grant Williams. Back outside to Kemba. Kemba dribbles. Drives inside. Kemba underneath. Swings it out to the left corner. Almost airmailed it. Brown catches it though. Back over to Kemba. Kemba dishes over to Grant Williams. And the play will be whistled down in the court here. The clock will stop when 9:47. It's going to be a foul. I think it's on Philadelphia. Yeah, I was close to Kemba stepping out of bounds. Yeah, that's on Philadelphia. That's Dwight Howard. Kemba didn't go out of bounds. So Kemba inbounds it over to Jaylen Brown. Brown tries to drive inside. Go up for a dunk. He gets contacted and fouled. Dwight Howard landing on the ground right now. Yeah, and Embiid's playing in this game. Welcome in Russell on the stream, bud. So Embiid's playing in this game tonight. He's got 26 points. He's sitting on the bench right now as Dwight Howard's out there in place of him. The second quarter is what wrecked the Celtics tonight. First free throw good by Brown. Finally, they got their first point in the fourth. We're past 2 minutes through. 9:44 left to go. They just haven't been able to cut it to single digits at all tonight. Second free throw is good ever since the second quarter when they got outscored 34-22. 9.5 remaining. Celtics down by 15. Philadelphia has the ball. Top of the key for the Sixers. They move it over to Harris to the left elbow. Harris goes inside and he tries to throw down a dunk. He gets fouled from behind. Clock will stop with 9.5. And it's on Robert Williams. That's his fifth personal. Yeah, Robert Williams III just out of control in this game today. 3 quick personal fouls in the first minute. Going to head to the bench. Oh, he is fouled out, so that's his 6th. He is fouled out. There was one before. Jeez. So he is actually fouled out. That is his 6th tallied up now. Disappointing game for him. 4 points, 9 rebounds, 3 turnovers. 2 for 2 from the floor and 6 personal fouls. And fouls out with 9.5 minutes left to go. Yeah, they put Taco into this game for a little bit of time. He's played 9 minutes today. Scored a bucket for Taco. Second free throw, Harris missed it off the back iron. Defensive rebound picked up by Boston. Celtics will have the ball, 9:20 left to go. Kemba takes it past half court. Kemba at the top of the key moves over to Grant Williams. Grant Williams at the right wing perimeter, defended by Dwight Howard. Grant Williams going to dribble on back, moves it outside of Kemba. Kemba at the right wing, takes it at the free throw circle, step back jumper, and no good, rolled around the rim and out. Defensive rebound picked up by Dwight Howard here for Philly. 9 minutes left to go. It's been a sad game today. They have it at the right elbow. Tobias Harris working on Jaylen Brown. Ball poked loose, goes out of bounds. Last touch from behind by Brown, though. So it's going to be Philadelphia basketball still with 8:48 left to go and 9 in the shot clock. Yeah, to get to Cooperstown, it's basically Route 20 to get there. I know, it's like US 20 to get there because we stayed overnight in Albany, and it was about like an hour and a half from Albany. And then there was like a road that would take you down the lakeside. It would be like a 15 to 20 minute drive down like a lakeside road, and then it would take you into downtown Cooperstown. 8:40 left to go. Philadelphia fires a 3, missed off the mark by Curry. Offensive rebound, Dwight Howard missed it again, and it leads to another Celtics foul. Clock will stop again with 8:39 left to go. Man, I've covered so many Celtics games this season. This one might be the worst game I've ever covered this year. And that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot with the teams that they've lost. I've covered twice of their losses against Dallas. The loss against the Pelicans in overtime. It's just a really sad game. First free throw is good. And you can't expect to win games when you turn it over 18 times. And it's been a huge problem. Like, there's times that they seem like they turn the corner. And then they go back to 500 after they're being below 500. And then they go back to losing games again. And that's what they're doing right here. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if they don't even make it to the playoffs. If they lose in the play-in game. I wouldn't be shocked. Jaylen Brown takes the three. Top of the key. Philadelphia comes up with a block. And Dwight Howard has the basketball. Philadelphia has it. 8:15 left to go on the clock. They have it at the top of the key. Big oof today. Dribble right baseline, dumps it off to Simmons. Simmons, mid-range jumper, and stops still at the back iron. No good. Defensive rebound picked by Tatum. Tatum takes it past half court. Tatum with way too many hero ball shots today. Over to Jaylen Brown. Mid-range shot hits it down. Down by 16. Very rough game. And Tatum, he tries to be the hero in this matchup. Tatum is 5 for 15 shooting, missed 10 shots, and he's missed 7 3-point shots. He's 2 for 9 from 3. Philadelphia has it. 17.5 left to go. The Sixers drive underneath, and they're going to get called for the offensive foul as Boston takes the charge. Semi Ojeleye now in the game for the Celtics. It's Ojeleye Tatum. Tatum has the ball, takes it past half court. Luke Cornet, Marcus Smart, and Jaylen Brown. Tatum, jumper to left elbow, hits it. Good for 2. 7:10 left to go. Now they got to get stops every single possession they have. Philadelphia has the ball. Tatum with 17 points. Philly has it at the left elbow. Harris backs his way inside on Jaylen Brown. Harris at the free throw circle moves it back to the top to Embiid, and Jaylen Brown comes up, slices into Embiid. Embiid is down on the ground, able to get back up. That's going to be a foul picked by Jaylen Brown. I don't think it was intentional or anything. Jaylen Brown was just trying to go up for the steal. And just heavy contact with Embiid. Yeah, Luke Cornet, he's in the game. So he is in the game, and just been a tough one. Very tough game today. Worst loss of the season for the Celtics was back on a Sunday afternoon against the New York Knicks. They lost by 30. That was the worst loss. This one going down there is one of the worst losses of the season, though. They lost on Christmas against Brooklyn by 28 points. It didn't seem like that at all, though, because Kyrie just took over and turned it into another gear in the fourth quarter. They were actually pretty close through the first half, I think, and then Kyrie just took over in the second half. And then other than that, those two losses by 30 against the Knicks, by 28 against Brooklyn on Christmas. The third worst loss for the season for the Celtics was by 15 against Atlanta on February 24th, and right now they're down by 14. Yes, I'm streaming off of a laptop here. It's called an HP. I had it custom built. It's called an HP Pavilion. I had it custom built over on the HP website. My first laptop before that was also an HP Pavilion. Yeah, it should be able to let you down OBS. I think there's an option if you're able to download it for Windows. You should be able to do so. If you do have like Windows on it, should be able to do that. Football Man, welcome back in the stream here. Hey, thanks so much, bud. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, this one a tough one today. Quick update here. Not helpful for the Celtics that the Hawks won tonight. Atlanta beat the Pelicans 123-107. Lakers crushing Toronto 100-77. Grizzlies leading the Heat. 2 minutes left to go. 87-84. Tight game over there. And Chicago trying to make a push for the playoffs. If I'm the Celtics and I draw Chicago in the play-in game, I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. Chicago crushed the Pacers tonight 113-97. Chicago trying to make a push now for the playoffs at 10th in the East. So teams number 7 through 10 get the playing game. I think that's like mid-May, around May 17th or so is the playing game. It will be the 7 versus 10 that play each other, and the 8 versus 9. Whoever wins the 8 versus 9 jumps to the playoffs. Or I think it's whoever wins the 7 versus 8 jumps to the playoffs. And then they'll play each other throughout there. It's a new format because they had it last year for Memphis and Portland only. Yeah, that play-in tournament's the 18th to the 21st. Yeah, so winner 7 versus 8 will go straight into the playoffs, and then whoever loses that game will take on the 9-10 game. .655 left to go. Philadelphia, both of them at the free throw line as we're back to action, 92-76. Yeah, Memphis trying to make their push for the playoffs right now. So they might get in. Luke Cornett passes to the left corner. Ball deflected by Philadelphia. Goes out of bounds. Clock will stop with 6:38. I don't know anything about S mode there. Huh. Oh, if you're on Microsoft Edge, use Google Chrome. You might want to use Google Chrome because it might be on like. Okay, so it looks like in Windows 10 it uses Microsoft Edge as the browser. Maybe that's why. I think you might have to use it. If you don't have Google Chrome, make sure to download it on that laptop. We're back into it, and Embiid just throws down a monster dunk. Turnaround dunk with a right-handed flush inside. That's that exclamation point, basically. 6 minutes left to go. Boston finds itself down by 18. Tatum takes it inside, stripped to the basketball. Here goes Philadelphia on a 3-on-1. Cornett trying to guard this, and Tobias Harris throws down a right-handed jam. 20-point lead for Philadelphia. Boston just keeps on turning it over. Celtics with a full rash of turnovers. Such a sad performance. $19 turnovers tonight for Boston. Philadelphia's got 9 steals. 3 of those by Danny Green. 5:50 left to go. It's been game a long time ago. Thanks so much, Daryl, for finding my stream, bud. Before you guys sign off, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. It's just been unfortunate. And Joel Embiid, second game back after being down for around 3 weeks due to injury, he dropped down 30 tonight. So whenever Joel Embiid seems to take on the Celtics, he goes on a tear. 30 points for Embiid tonight. Celtics they should have got a front court option to really help put a stop to that. Had question marks all over the place today defending Embiid. Green dumps it down to Embiid. Embiid looking for more. Jumper, right baseline. No good, missed it. Falls down on the ground, picked up by Boston with a rebound by Smart. Smart has it poked loose, and that is turnover number 20. Boston turns it over, dribbling past half court. It's going to be Philadelphia basketball. 20 turnovers with 5:10 left to go. And Boston with only 7 points in the first 7 minutes of the fourth quarter. This is just disappointing. This fourth quarter, the total score for the fourth quarter is 11-7. Like, where's the heart? Where's the passion for Boston? It's not here. It's just so sad. Like, all around, everything. There's no heart, there's no passion, there's no grit, there's no intensity. There's no physicality whatsoever. Tatum, step back three, drills it. 96-80 with 4:45 left to go before we finish up this one. This is probably one of the worst games I've ever streamed the Celtics before. Like, this is worse than the 2 losses against Dallas, the loss in overtime against the Pelicans. This is bad. Yep. Definitely deserve to lose if you turn it over 20 times. Jumper good for 2 by Embiid for the deep 2. 4:20 left to go on the clock. Celtics have the ball. Cornette passes over to Tatum. Tatum dribbles right baseline. Moves it back outside to Cornette. Fires a 3 straight away. Drills it. At the top of the key, down by 15. Gotta make some stops, and that's never happened today as we approach the 4-minute mark left to go. Philadelphia looking on this possession to go and put the triple-digit marker on the board. Philly has it here at the right baseline. Jumper deep 2. They knock it down by Curry over Cornette. Up by 17 for Philadelphia. This is going to go down as the 3rd worst loss on the season for the Celtics, most likely. They lost by 30 against the Knicks on a Sunday afternoon in January. Lost by 28 on Christmas against the Nets. And their 3rd worst loss was against the Hawks by 15 back on February 24th. That shot good for 2 by Tatum. 15-point game, 3:20 left to go. Ball poked out of bounds, last touch by the Celtics, so Philadelphia going to have it back with 3:22 left to go. Yep, I agree with you right there, D-Wade. See if these players can get some motivation because there's just no heart, no passion whatsoever. No communication. Nothing. It's just straight up hero ball for 48 minutes. Straight up one-on-one hero ball, get a rebound, take a shot. Yeah, I agree there, Taco. Celtics have just struggled big time this season on back-to-backs. Wouldn't shock me if they lose to the Knicks tomorrow. They already lost once to the Knicks. If I had to predict that one, I would take the Knicks, honestly. It's just such a sad game. Celtics with 17 assists in this game. They came into this game with 25th in the NBA in assists per game. They're just not playing like a team. There's no I in team. Tatum's the star of this team. Yeah, this game is at Boston. Tatum's the star of this team, and he goes 3 for 10 from the perimeter. Misses 10 shots from the floor. Hey, thanks so much for being interested in the merch right there, Football Man. Yeah, if anybody's interested, we got the merchandise link out in the chat if anybody's interested out there. Some pretty cool stuff. Short sleeve shirts, long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, iPhone cases, pillow stickers. A lot of cool stuff there for the merchandise site. The link's posted down in the description. I'll be back tomorrow streaming. I'm going to cover different games throughout the future because I want to cover like the entire NBA, get like more like fans into my streams for different teams. So even though I'm a Celtics fan, I do cover like the entire NBA. I don't get the game for tomorrow for the Celtics. I don't have that station that it's on. I can only get the channels for TNT and ESPN. So tomorrow it's gonna be for the stream Pelicans against Nets for tomorrow. I haven't covered Brooklyn in a long time either. I know they're without James Harden tomorrow. He's out, I think, next 10 days due to a hamstring injury. Yes, I create the prices for merch. Yeah, I put them for like really low prices. Like the standard prices for like t-shirts on merch is like $24, I think, and I put it to like $12.99, I think, around that mark. I made it like everything like really cheap, like lower the prices on everything. Hey, there you go. Russell found a brand new Colorado Rockies hat at his front door. That's great. What a surprise right there. Lucky hat indeed. Caden, welcome on the stream here. Likes the Thunder. Yeah, they're gonna be I think the Thunder are gonna be so dangerous coming up later in the decade though. 2026, 27, they got a whole roster full of young players. They hold 34 draft picks in the next 7 drafts for Oklahoma City. They got 17 first rounders, 17 second rounders in the next 7 drafts. Alright, so we're back to action. The final 3:15 left to go. Boston down by 15 points. They have the basketball. Kemba Walker moves over to Tatum. Tatum at the left baseline, defended by Simmons. Tatum bounce pass inside over to Smart. Smart moves it over to the right corner. Shot fake Ojale. Ojale going to attack the lane inside, and he couldn't finish with a dunk, but he gets fouled. So Ojale going to go to the line, shoot 2. Clock will stop with 2:58. Just these final 3 minutes, I like to see the Celtics just show some heart here on the court and just leave it all like that and transfer that energy into tomorrow. First free throw is good. Second free throw is good. Final 3 minutes left to go before we wrap up this one. Philadelphia moves it past half court. Green puts it over underneath. Inside, Embiid puts up the shot, and he turns it over. Embiid looking for the foul, couldn't get the call. It's out of bounds. Yeah, they're still arguing. Oh, 1 second here. They reversed the call. The initial call was out of bounds by Philadelphia. It's going to be... They reversed the call, though. It's going to be Philadelphia basketball again. Embiid gets the inbound pass from Simmons. Fades away, takes the jumper, and Embiid gets fouled. Waduwak Tommy, welcome back in the stream here. There's no Ewan team. So Embiid's going to go to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. Definitely would love to see some fight here in the final 2:45. Fight, determination, passion, grit, physicality. Just something to take in as motivation to the next game. Sports streamer, welcome to the stream. First free throw missed by Embiid. He's got 32 tonight. Second free throw, Embiid knocks it down. 101-87, final 2:40 left to go. Celtics have the ball, top of the key, Kemba Walker. Kemba dribbles inside, dumps it off into the hands of Ojale, kicks it back out, left corner, 3 in the air. Jaylen Brown hits it. Where was that earlier in this game? Cuts it to 11. 101-90. If the Celtics even come back, they're down by 11 here with 2:20 left to go. They've never cut it to single digits since like the second quarter. That's the thing. But say if the Celtics do cut this deficit, that'd be the most like Celtics thing to do and just fall short. That's the thing. Yeah, they're going to be under 500. 2:10 left to go. Harris moves it back outside. Green will take the 3. That's up and drills it for the perimeter triple. Up by 14 for Philadelphia. 2 minutes left to go. And Boston turns it over. Turnover 21 on the inbounds. Shake my head. It's been done a long time ago. If they had gotten a stop right there, they would have swung it from a 14-point game to either a 9 or an 8 if they make the shot down their side of the court. As Embiid has it. And Embiid going to get fouled in the post. Clock will stop with 1:43. Danny Green been on fire tonight for the Sixers. He's made 5 triples, 17 points. Embiid with 33 points. 12 by Simmons with 6 assists, 3 steals. And 10 points by Tobias Harris. Celtics top scorer Jason Tatum, but he missed 10 shots from the floor. He scored 20 points. 17 by Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown was efficient, 60% shooting, 6 for 10, whereas Tatum was 7 for 17. And then 14 each by Kemba Walker, along with 6 assists, 14 points by Marcus Smart. First shot good at the line. Jaylen Brown going to take a seat on the bench here. I say just put in the reserves at this point. Get him some time. Get in, Nesmith, Cornette, Wagner, Tremont Waters. I'd like to see some Carson Edwards in there if he is. So that's good to see. Some Carson Edwards in there. 1:40 left to go. Second free throw, no good. Just develop these players. Give them some time. You can even start them. Give them some motivation right there. Pass over to Carson Edwards. Moves it back outside to Nesmith. These guys playing with energy. Fresh legs off the bench. Nesmith goes down the lane. Lays it up and in for 2. Why didn't he play? Brad Stevens just ignored playing Nesmith throughout the whole game until the final 2 minutes. 1:20 left to go now. Philadelphia passes the ball to the left elbow. You picked him up at number 14 in the draft. Why isn't Aaron Nesmith playing? He played in the final possession against the Mavericks back in, I think that was February, when Luka hit the game-winning buzzer beater. I mean, he's playing in crunch time minutes like that. He should be playing in minutes constantly throughout the game. Yeah, I think it could be close there, because Philadelphia's defense is impressive. If healthy, though, I'm gonna take Brooklyn now, and I think it's gonna be a good series, though, between Brooklyn and Philadelphia. First free throw missed shot at the line by Embiid. Got 1:13 remaining before we wrap up this one. I'll be glad to wrap up this game. It's been, in the history of my channel, the worst Celtics game I've ever covered. We have 1:13 left to go. Second free throw is good. Celtics have trailed by double digits ever since the second quarter. Never cut it to single digits. Boston has it. Takes inside. Jumper for mid-range shot. He gets fouled. Tremont Waters will go to line, shoot 2. That's what the Celtics should have done. At the very start of this one, attack the basket. First free throw is good. .106 left to go, and Embiid checks out of the game. It's just unfortunate when you see that it seems like they have turned a corner. Winning the last 2 games, they just can't put it together. They have a dud thrown in there. And they play tomorrow as well in a back-to-back. 106-94, final minute left to go. Floats up the mid-range jumper. It's no good. Missed a shot by Tyrese Maxey for Philadelphia. Defensive rebound picked up by the Celtics. Tremont Waters couldn't finish, but he's heading back to the free throw line once again. 51 seconds remaining. Boston outscoring Philadelphia now in the fourth quarter. Tremont Waters able to attack and go to the free throw line, something that they should have done a long time ago. First free throw, got it. Yeah, last game the Celtics attempted 51 three-point shots. Tonight they attempted 34. Second free throw is good. Take away those turnovers, they got a chance in this game. Because tonight they shot the ball at 41% from 3, not that bad. 48% from the floor for the Celtics. They turned it over 21 times. That was a crusher. And they pulled 1 in 10. It's 106-96, final 35 seconds. If you don't turn it over, this will be a game. Philadelphia has it. Moves it out around the perimeter. Left corner 3. Korkmaz got blocked up in the air there by Luke Cornet. Got the block. It's going to be Boston ball. Final 24 seconds. Drives down the lane. Swatted out of bounds. Paul Reed for Philadelphia. The rookie from DePaul denies that one. Underneath. Hey, thanks so much, D-Wade, for stopping by, bud, once again. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. Tomorrow night, I'll be back. I'm going to cover different teams for tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I'll be back with the Pelicans versus the Nets, since that's the national game. I don't have the TV channel tomorrow for the Celtics-Knicks game. So tomorrow's going to be Nets versus Pelicans, and then Lakers against Heat on Thursday night. And that's going to be a wrap to this one. The score doesn't indicate how far it actually was, though. Philadelphia wins by 10, 106-96 the final. As Boston was able to draw closer in the last 2 minutes or so. Basically when all the reserves won the game. Just disappointing game in general. As turnovers were the story in this one. 21 total turnovers for Boston, 22 personal fouls. Robert Williams fouled out with around 9.5 minutes left to go. Picked up 3 quick personal fouls in the first half. And Jason Tatum tried to play hero ball and did not work. He missed 10 shots from the floor and scored 20 points for Tatum tonight. So, just unfortunate game here. Not playing like a team at all. Not playing with grit, determination, or passion, or just very low energy on the court. And this game was at home, too, for the Celtics. It's just so sad to see. It's unfortunate to see things like this from them. But hopefully able to bounce back. It seems like when they do get on a little mini winning streak, when it seems like they try to turn the corner, they always throw in a dud in there, and they go back to 500 and then under 500, and that's what happened tonight. Once again, they're 25-26, under 500, and they're looking like they're going to be a part of that NBA playoffs playing game, and going to have to play their way into the playoffs. And Chicago with a big win tonight, picked up Nikola Vucevic in the trade deadline. 32 points, 17 rebounds, got some much-needed front court help for them, where the Celtics still struggling out in the front court, as Joel Embiid rocked this game tonight for Philadelphia, scored 35 points and went to the free throw line and knocked down 16 free throws out of 20 attempts. So it's a rough night in general, and I just want to appreciate everybody for being a part of the stream. Spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe before I do sign off. I'll be back tomorrow here. I'll be covering a different game tomorrow. For the national TV game, it's going to be Pelicans against Nets for tomorrow night. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Before I do sign off, I'm going to close out to the channel members. We got Jack, Jason, Aaron, Dawad, Ant, the sports expert Warren, Man and Hage, Jay, Old Ed Deuce, John, Someone Ye, Cindy, Dennis, Dallin Law, Darnell, Lee, Superman, and Rajeep. Gonna wrap this up, everybody. Signing off on this one. Sixers beat the Celtics 106-96. And enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night, everybody.